Football is back, ladies and gentlemen, which now means it's time to get your team's football shirt. But I'm not trying to pay £120 for a football shirt. I'm just saying. But I have found the solution for myself and for you, the lovely audience of the Don Hussam channel, with your own coupon promo code. And this is the solution, ladies and gentlemen. All you've got to do is just go to okjersey.com. As you guys can see, all the options are there. Of course, I'm a Liverpool fan, you guys already know. And then this is the shirt. Look how amazing it looks. I'm just going to go pick my size. And then after that, I'm going to choose the Premier League patch. And listen, I'm too old to be putting any player names on the back. So I'm just going to get it as it is. I'm going to click add to cart, view cart. And this is the same thing that you guys do on any website. You proceed to checkout. You fill in all your information. And then after that, coupon code Hussam. When you click this coupon code, you get a 8% discount. Enjoy shopping, guys. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream. Ladies and gentlemen, A-Listers is back every Monday, 8 p.m. You guys already know. We're here to talk about all the Premier League fixtures. Spurs Jay is about to join us in a bit as well. I think he's just running a little bit late. Before I get this party started, all the links are in the description, Habibis. Carefree Lewis G. Let's put him on his side, actually. Carefree Lewis G, Sarcasm City TV, Dio is Banter on the Pitch. Go subscribe to all their channels. Love to every single one of you guys. Yeah, big up to all of you. And look, like I've said, all my fellow content creators will tell you this. The algorithms are messing up everyone's channels. So I'm going to need you guys' help. Like, sub immediately as you walk in. Subscribe to the channel and keep getting stuck in the chat as well. So, as per request of himself, let's start off with the Chelsea section because
Chelsea.
We might have some Wi-Fi problems. You get me?
Yeah, we stuck on the neighbor's Wi-Fi. You guys already know, so I just want to get over and done with. And also, it's actually better for me mentally just get over and done with because all I've done about this is just vent for the last 3 days. Same shit, different week. Except this time we didn't kill the game off in 4 minutes like we did against United. This time we did it in about 50 minutes or so. We did nothing wrong until the red card. We were absolutely, I wouldn't say cooking Brighton, but we were in control. Brighton did absolutely nothing. They weren't threatening us. We had a ton of chances. We were leading the game. We were in control. And then what do? Stupid red card. Chalobah don't like playing on the left-hand side, you know? So he just puts a crappy little sideways ball towards Santos. The same one that we conceded against Lincoln with. Because we don't learn from anything. Then shit touch. Ball goes, they hit us on the counter-attack. And then all the stuff about Maresca saying, I'd rather go a goal down than a man down. It just goes in Chalobah's ear and straight out the other one.
And there it goes. That's the infamous
and the freeze.
And there's the neighbor's Wi-Fi right there.
Running the agenda about Enzo Maresca. Yep, there's the neighbor. Are we back?
You back. Go ahead.
One sec, I'm going to remove a couple of these tabs. Yeah, this is what you get when your Wi-Fi crashes. Fucking shit. So, everyone's running the agenda on Maresca and his substitutes. He made one bad sub. Everything to even 1-1 wasn't a problem. Because we were still in the game. We still weren't giving away too many big chances. The substitutions made sense. We needed to add more support on the left-hand side. We bring in Gusto. Gusto being crap is just on Gusto for being a brain-dead idiot. Like, all you are is road running and crossing. You get the opportunity to do it. You do up a Ronaldo chop in your halfway line. You're an idiot, mate. Whatever. Santos for Achimpong made sense. Take a midfielder off. Keep your most experienced midfielders on. Bring on a centre-back. Calm. Jarrell Hato for Badia Shield. Centre-back for centre-back. Fine. You did not need to do Lavia for Neto. At 1-1 especially. Now you've taken off another outlet and left João Pedro on an island isolated. Again, that's the same thing you did against United. It should have been midfielder for midfielder, forward for forward. If you're taking off Neto, you bring on a winger. If you want to bring Lavia on, take off Enzo. That would have made sense. But even that's not really why we lost the game. It's because you wanted to rely on Josh Achimpong. Like, this is what we were told. I don't need a centre back. I have internal solutions, because that's what we wanted to get briefed. And here's your internal solution. Josh Achimpong plays a part in every single goal conceded because he's not ready for this level yet. And man wanted to delude themselves into thinking he was. But this was what the window was. It was a giant failure, and we're realizing all in record time. Playing the amount of games that we played was always going to catch up on us. It's caught up on PSG. 7 out of the starting 11 that played against us in the final, injured. Us, we have 9 injuries already. This was bound to happen. I don't care about it being an excuse because I accept the consequence of it. We're world champions. It was worth it to have the badge for 4 years. But ultimately, we've played a lot of minutes and it's starting to catch up with us, and the injury record isn't helping. And our inability to keep 11 men on the pitch isn't helping either. But if man want to turn on the manager because we can't win games 10v11, that's idiotic. Yeah, it's not a death sentence, but it's a one-man disadvantage. Yeah, he could handle some of the substitutions better, but how about I just keep 11 men on the pitch and we don't do stupidness and get ourselves sent off? Because 4 out of our last 5 losses have been 10 versus 11. And the only 11v11 loss was against Bayern Munich, who have played the best football against us since Maresca's taken over. So I don't get the turn, but to be honest, I should have seen it coming because Maresca never got any leeway anyway. Same old bullshit about, we play boring football. Yeah, we play boring, slow football because Maresca wants to keep the tempo down so our players don't run themselves into the ground off the back of the amount of minutes that they've been playing. We've known this from last season. That's the whole reason why we switched from pressing football under Poch to possession base, because our injury record was fucked under Poch, and we wanted to minimize that. So we go possession football. But here we are. Just get me through.
I have a solution for you guys.
Pray to God against Liverpool on the weekend, and then our games after the international break should be all right, and we'll have Palmer back, Wesley Fofana back. I beg you go on a run after that because you won't be rusty. Pre-season shit would have been done. You've played enough games to get yourself back up to speed. Just start getting some wins on the board.
I have a solution for you guys for Chelsea. Go buy Danny Welbeck.
I hear it. He loves scoring at the bridge.
Look, he scored against you guys. Just go. That's your solution. Go buy Danny Welbeck. After all, you bought everybody from Brighton.
Yo, my guy Welbs, man. That's my done right there. Sorry to cut you off. Shout out Welbs.
Look, you bought everybody from
bigger Welbs, man.
Anyways,
man, I'm sick of this brother. Do you know how much I lost my head when he bagged the first? Every fucking time this prick turns up at the bridge, he's fucking scoring.
I love that.
Oh, Everton's
Welbs is from ends as well, so I love that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So shout out Welbs.
Yeah, so you got his number. Tell him personally. Fuck off.
Nah, I've not. If I do run into him, I let him know. But I've not spoke to him since like school days. But shout out Welbs.
That's your solution. You bought everybody from Brighton, anyways. You bought Cucurella. You bought.
I don't believe flawless.
You know, you bought.
No, it's true. It's actually true.
I went high school with Danny Welbeck.
Like for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes, we went to the same high school. Yes.
First. I know that happens in the UK because James Redman went to school with Anthony Gordon.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Celebrity status right there. And then
what a goal! What a goal!
Sorry to cut you off, title man. Sorry.
No. I'm watching the Everton West Ham game as well. On
Everton 1-0 up, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
scored.
Everton, beautiful header. Beautiful header.
Who scored?
What's his name again? Let me
watch. One of the centre backs.
I just saw the header go. Like good header.
Yeah.
I didn't look at who scored. Let me look.
Yeah, Michael Keane. Anyway.
Yeah, I knew it was one of the centre backs, man. As soon as he said it was a header, I was like, yeah, one of the centre backs.
No, so I was just saying, I was like, your solution as the world champions right now is, I mean, you guys wanted to be Brighton 2.0 so badly that you bought all their players. You bought the goalkeeper.
Actually, in relation to Chelsea, Everton are above Chelsea in the table.
Whoa, I didn't know that. I gotta go back and look at that.
Oh, thank you. I really needed to know that. You know what? Yeah, you laughing. Only one Merseyside team's winning this weekend. You fucking fraud.
I don't care. Only one Merseyside team is top of the league.
So yeah.
Only one team's top of the world. Hold that, dickhead.
What are we
Day 42.
World champions. Yeah, they're day 78 of the 1,461 day reign. The world champs.
Day 148 of 148 of your Premier League champs, Liverpool. We can both do this. Fraud.
Yeah, mine's gonna last longer.
Yeah.
Go win 4 in a row, bro.
Hussam,
You know,
you're
don't
wrong,
take me
Hussam,
up on that. You
the
might.
table
You
is
actually
yeah.
might.
Hussam, you're wrong about the table. Though. You're wrong about the table. These
You're
guys
wrong. Look again.
No, they're looking plus 3 goals difference for Chelsea. They're still above, even though Everton just
Bro,
scored.
Everton are on 8 points. Okay,
Yeah.
add 2 points to them now because they're winning. They're on 10 points. Forget goal difference.
But this
IJ.
is. I'm saying this has just been refreshed. I think they're still on 8. I think they just got 8 points now. This has just been refreshed. So
No,
No,
you're
it
wrong.
hasn't been
Okay.
refreshed. Check.
okay, I
hasn't
thought
been
you said.
It's not.
Yeah,
Let me
8
go-
points is 8 points is with a draw, not with 1-0 Everton.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
Yes.
So now it's popped up. Yes, it's just popped up now. It's just popped up now. They're now 10th. Yeah, it just turned green.
Well, Chelsea in 9th.
Yeah, and they're below Sunderland too,
Oh wow.
and below Spurs and Palace and Bournemouth
I
and
mean,
City.
I mean, I don't like
not
the
for long.
I don't like the
Not for long.
framing of my team in that sentence, Hussam. I don't like the team that I was surrounded with and the tone in which you explained.
It was disrespectful, Jay, to be honest.
It was very-
You
it was
The
so-
teams you're
so
surrounded with is the teams
Very
you're around
low.
in the table. That's not my
course.
fault.
No, fair enough. Fair. You didn't
Yeah,
mention
not
Arsenal and
my fault.
Liverpool though in those teams. Like that's my point. Like you could have kept going. You didn't keep going.
Yeah, but Arsenal and Liverpool are expected to be better than Chelsea.
Hey, listen, I'm not sure whether Chelsea are not as good as we thought they were, or it's just we've always known their depth isn't good. So the depth isn't good, and the depth is being exposed at a high level. Like Chelsea, just like every other team, need their best players to stay fit. Yeah, at the moment, like Palmer probably makes that attack seem more coherent than it is. I always knew that if Palmer's out, yeah, that because when Palmer first came into the team, Chelsea were kind of not struggling, but they weren't clicking before Palmer came into the team, like when they first signed him. So from that moment,
I hear all of that, but for right now, the attack's not been our problem. We just nuke the attack as soon as we go down to 10.
Fair, but I would say like in that Brighton game, you probably could have been 2 up, couldn't you? Before that mistake.
Yeah, but like we were in control and there wasn't any worries.
Yeah, you were in
attack.
control.
It's just 11 v 11. We're likely to go and get a second. That's the way the game was going.
But you can also look at it from the point of view of like when you've got Sanchez and Chalobah and all these players, and it's like they're capable of monumental brain farts. So it's like when we had Eric Dyer in defense. Don't matter how well he plays for like 80% of the time, you know he's going to drop a clanger. And I feel like if you go into the season with these players, knowing that you might have to rely on them, and when they do rely on them, they fuck up. But to be fair to Trevor, he's been.
I hear that, but now we're talking about the defense. That's
I know because obviously we switched.
It's the attack. I think it's not Palmer and Prey with the attack anymore. I don't think we're at that spot anymore. It's just the back line. We need Colwell and Fofana. And one of them we're just getting back up to speed, and the other's gone for the rest of the season.
Is Fofana that, or is it absence makes the heart grow fonder? How can you miss me if I never go away? And this guy has been an absentee father. Do you know what I mean? As in, like you
I hear that, but like he's actually good when he plays regularly. He was our best centre back by a mile when he was fit for the first half of last season. Then he got injured. Colwell pulled up his level to where Fofana was at, and then he's gone for the whole season. So it's just shit luck. And also our inability to go and buy a centre-back. Our last centre-back that we bought is still Disassi.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I don't.
Let's all cut through the niceties and let's just say it as it is. Chelsea are fucking shit. They've been dreadful this season.
I can't say. I'm not.
And listen, they deserve to get abused way worse than any other club. I'll tell you why.
No, the brothers are trying to deflect from Liverpool this weekend.
Is that why?
No. This has nothing to do with Poch. Actually, as a matter of fact, this proves me right. Because guess what?
I knew you
Just
like
I defended Pochettino. Just like I defended Pochettino against the directors, I'm defending Maresca against the directors.
I know this guy,
got the best window under these directors.
I know this guy. I've seen his
Get in the
playbook,
bin.
man. I know the tactics.
Put this in.
As soon as you open, as soon as you
Lewis,
open
don't be
Chelsea's
upset.
team, no, wait,
Lewis,
JJ, this is
bro,
personal.
Even
This
even
is
though
personal. Wait, JJ, 1 second, please. 1 second.
For goodness
Flawless.
sake.
You have friends, you have subscribed to the Chelsea channels. When you open them, is the first word
you
not
know.
immediately get the directors out? Yes or no?
They do talk about the directors. Yes, you are not lying.
The
I don't have
directors
every
are the
right
problem.
to-
Oh, guess
but-
who said it 3 years ago? See?
They are,
Yes,
but
well,
we're-
Pochettino had us in the lowest points that
Okay.
Maresca's never been near, mid-table, 11th in April,
but
trying to do
Lewis,
director hype.
no, okay,
Forget,
but Lewis,
forget
but
Poch.
Lewis,
Flawless
Poch-
mentioned him.
Poch-
not
You
me.
literally said this proved you right about
Flawless
Poch.
mentioned him,
So
not
you
me.
brought the argument back, you fraud.
No,
Okay, hold
I
on,
said
hold on.
Flawless
Yes,
mentioned it.
you.
Are you
Right,
lying?
Right, but one
This
thing-
is why you the
Flawless.
prince of gaslight. You call Vader the king of gaslighting. You the king with him.
Nah, okay, so
you two kings.
There
still
cannot
can't
be
lie,
two
but
kings.
right.
You
Hold
man,
on,
the
but
two-man
I
power
just
trip,
wanna make
Triple
this
H and
point.
Stone Cold of gaslighting.
I'm so
Hold on, I just
mad
wanna-
because
listen,
Flawless
Lewis,
brought this up and he's putting it on me.
No,
How?
Lewis,
Your fault, man.
hold on. Let me just make this point because Lewis, I hear
Go
what
on,
you're
Jay.
saying, but you don't give Poch's time any context. Yeah, like,
Oh, look
you
what
kill Poch.
started.
Like let's be honest, yeah. Before Poch got sacked, second half of that season, Chelsea had done all right. Yeah, they were on a decent run,
Lewis had enough, yo.
right?
You
They
talking
had-
the Wi-Fi
they've
cuts?
been on a decent run, and right, you can look at when you had Poch, right? Poch still had to play certain players. Like at the time, your board was still saying, "Get something out of Chilwell." Like when Maresca came in, your board is like, "Oh, you can get rid of him." So at the time, Poch had players that he had to use. Not
Poch
saying
was
he
the one
perfect.
choosing to play him at left wing. That had nothing to do with squad politics.
No, but it had everything to do with I don't want to play this guy at left back, but I have to play him.
He wanted to play Colwell at left back. No one told him to do that.
Hey, listen,
He chose
at the
to
end
do
of
it
the-
himself.
listen, at the end of the day, you can critique Poch's decisions, yeah. So you can also critique Maresca's decisions just as heavily.
Yes, I can critique Maresca's decisions, but Poch is nowhere near the level of manager that Maresca is.
Of course he
And
is.
there's no
What's
comparison.
Maresca done for Poch to not be his
He's
level
won
of
the
manager?
World Cup.
I
He's
forgot
won the
Jay's
World Cup in
Spurs,
his
so
first season
Pochettino.
as a
I hear
Premier
him.
League coach. He got more
Yeah.
points than him. Poch had the worst defensive record of every Chelsea manager in Premier
Okay.
League history. This is a guy
Really?
that had fucking Caicedo in Ugarte debates. That's how bad he was making him look.
Listen. Poch wasn't perfect, right? But how
Oh,
many
that's
points?
hurtful.
Listen, how many points more did Maresca achieve last season than Poch in the league?
More.
How many
Because
more?
let Poch have had one extra point more than Maresca, it wouldn't need to be any context. He got more.
That's fair. That's fair enough. I'm just trying
That's
to
very
say
point.
Poch is not a terrible manager, regardless of what people think. I think he's still a decent.
Yeah,
good
they're
manager.
saying the same
I
thing
think,
at
I
the
think,
US.
I
and now
think, I
they
think
all
what
want
it
him out
is.
there
I think
too.
what it is it's hot. You're maybe conflating.
I get because of the
You're
Tottenham
conflating what
connection
he
and
did at
everything. He's the
Tottenham.
No,
worst
bro.
manager I've seen in my history.
I'm comparing the obviously the Club World Championship is the Club World Championship. Credit to you, but in terms of Premier League campaigns, you're acting like Maresca's Premier League campaign was so much better than Poch's. It wasn't.
It was so
It was
much
a
better
little
because
bit
we were
better. It
always
was a
within the
little
top
bit
four.
better.
We were always within our target of top four, always throughout the season. We weren't rotting in
Bro, you
mid-table
had
in
to go
April
to
like I was
Forest
on
in
the
a
top
do or die
with one
game
game a
last
week.
game of the season. Stop that. Stop that,
Yeah,
bro.
but guess what? We were always in the top four race. I never was under Poch with one game a week.
Hey, listen,
That's
listen,
already a
I'm just
massive
saying-
improvement.
I'm saying that over the season, you were a little bit better under Maresca. Yeah, you were a little.
We
bit
were
better.
way more consistent because we were always within top four. Because we weren't bumbling the start of the season like we did from the start with Poch, even though we had the best window out of Poch and Maresca
Cool.
in Clear Lake.
Okay, cool. So now when we see did Poch have Palmer?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
I'm saying now when
He did.
Poch had I remember you had quite a lot of injuries under Poch, yeah, and a lot of you said they were Poch's fault. No, so fair
Yep.
enough. I'm not going. But what I'm going to say on the flip side is now you have injuries under Maresca, yeah. Now if you have a bad start to the league, yeah, you have to keep the exact same energy that you.
No,
kept
I
with
do
Poch.
not.
Of
Pochettino
course
had
you do.
one
Why
game a
would
week.
you?
Enzo Maresca has played 2 seasons back to back and has multiple games per week. We had no Europe under Pochettino, so I don't.
Right,
How do you
so-
have 9 injuries a week with every week with 1 game a week?
Okay, so now okay, so now you're looking at how have you done in your one Champions League game so far?
We lost to
They
Bayern.
played one
Bayern
lost
away.
one.
Yeah, that absolutely. A guy chat, relax. I just couldn't. I was like, yeah, Palmer. Yeah, this is one. It's a rhetorical question. Like, so I'm trying to say to you now, right? Second half of the season under Poch. Yeah. What was the second half? What were the stats? Somebody run me the stats.
Yeah, but
Second half of the season.
again, here's the issue. Again, this
Some inconsistent bullshit, and then we won 5 games in a row at the end.
You have to look at how do I put this now? The context in which both of them were operating. And Poch was playing one game a week, right? And what
Enzo's played one game and lost it.
Hold on. No, hear what I'm saying. I'm saying for throughout the season, Poch was out of other tournaments and was just playing like
Poch
one.
played the Carabao final.
No. What I'm saying, see, hear me out. I'm not saying again, Maresca is in the Champions League. He's in the FA Cup right now. He's in the this. He's in the that.
Because I knew where he was going.
About the injuries, so you can understand why they might have multiple injuries. He's playing multiple games per week, right? He's playing a game this Wednesday, play a game Saturday.
We literally had back-to-back seasons and played the whole fucking World Cup in between it.
Exactly, and so of course you understand why they have injuries. You're playing the.
Can I just say one thing, please? Look, I didn't want to bring up Poch. Flawless brought up Poch.
Yeah,
okay, let me just acknowledge something quickly. Big up to Ed who says, "Hey everyone, big up the community." Big up to you, Ed. You get
big up Ed, man.
On communities. Big up to you, Ed. Thank you so much for showing love and support.
With the 16 out of 10 T on as well. Shout out, Ed.
Here's the thing for Tour. I didn't want to mention Poch. I wanted to speak about Chelsea this season. Thank you both for the super chats. Like and subscribe, chat. Here's my thing. Chelsea had the easiest start to the season out of all the big teams. Easiest start to the season. And they should have been way higher on the table than what they are right now. If I told Lewis, August, go back to August A-listers, if I told Lewis, man, you're going to be on 8 points from 18. He's going to go like, what? There's no way we're going to be on 8 points.
Yeah, I said 12 from the first 4. I hear it. I remember what I said.
Exactly, 12 from the first 4.
I'll be for real. I underestimated how bad the start of the season would be. It's what it is. I got to hold that one. But here we are.
Yeah, 8 points from 18 is crazy, considering as well Liverpool come to town next week. And Liverpool come to town against Achimpong and Tosin.
No. Tosin's not fit either. It's going to be Badiashile and Achimpong.
Badiashile and Achimpong, great. So that's the centre back.
God is good, you know. Glory be to God. Do you see why I just want to get to the international break? Tosin's back, Fofana's back, Palmer's back, all after the break. I just need to get this week over and done with. Just hurry it up, you know.
Lewis, are you sure you want to do a preview for the game? Are you sure you want to do a preview? 100%?
Just getting through the motions, man. I just want to get this week over with, you know. It'll help keep me busy.
Isak against Badiashile and Hato or whoever the hell Achimpong. Oh my God.
I remember Badiashile cooked at Anfield one time. That's enough copium for me to go for the week.
Oh, that's not just copium. That's mad copium.
Although I think he was playing against Nunes, so yeah, forget. Just forget.
Yeah, I was playing against Nunes. Now got to Isak. You get me. So yeah.
And Nketiah.
And Nketiah. Life is much different now as a Liverpool fan. But regardless, look, I think Chelsea deserve to get cooked. I remember doing a stream on MHF with Mo and we were like ranking the transfer windows, and we ranked Chelsea's transfer window like I think it was like a 5.5 out of 10 or like a 6 out of 10. Gave it a very
I
low
ranked it a 4.
Yeah, because it was horrendous transfer window in my opinion. And I don't think Chelsea addressed what they need to address. Gittins, Garnacho, oh my God. The fact that Maresca didn't even bring them on tells you all you need to know. Maresca did not even bother bringing on Gittins and Garnacho, by the way. People don't know this, but Maresca didn't even bother bringing them on the pitch.
He didn't bring on who? Who were the 2 players he didn't bring on?
Gittins and Garnacho. He didn't even bother bringing them on the pitch.
Alejandro Garnacho was going to be so much better at Chelsea.
I remember Flawless fighting all the people in the chat going like, oh, that's not true, Flawless. We're not going to sign him.
No more. What were they going to do? What was?
Here we are, and clearly we didn't need him, and they're annoyed that they're not using him. But it's like, cool. Who cares?
Look, my thing with Chelsea is this: out of all the big teams, I think you guys still have had the easiest start, and that's why I'm a little. Again, the red cards, I call it indiscipline. The indiscipline, the red cards, that is down to your players, and it's also down to the manager letting them know you've got to keep your head. Because if you look at
No, but the manager told them that. He literally said,
I
"Oh,
don't-
United, I'd rather go a player down than a man down," and they just didn't.
See, what I'm saying is maybe there's a better way. Maybe he needs to whoop it into them, because sometimes some people don't understand English. They understand the whooping. As a manager, you need to understand how to pass that information across.
Start
because
whooping
your
feet.
players-
I hear it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, because sometimes you're just talking to the player and he's like, "Yeah, I hear you." He's going in and coming out. No, maybe those certain players need to be, for that red card, come up with a system where you punish them somehow. Anyway, that by the wayside. My thing is the indiscipline at Chelsea with how many. This is the second game back to back where you played with 10 men, right? This red card, these red cards will cost you. Last season, it cost us. We had 14 draws. 6 of those 14 draws, we played with 10 men. 6 of them. Which means in those 6, if we had 11 men, maybe we could have tried something. But you give yourself no chance when you're down to 10 men. And that is down to not just the players. I think the communication of the manager to the players strongly, very, very strongly. I blame Mikel Arteta for the red cards we had last season. Totally. I blame you as the manager for not being able to get your players to have their head grounded. Don't get high up there and then do something stupid.
I did hear him getting some blame for the Sanchez red only because Tosin should have started over Chalobah and he might win the header before in the build-up. But all the others, Jackson chose to elbow a Newcastle player for no reason, then chose to stamp out a Flamengo player straight off the bench after 2 minutes in the World Cup. And then Chalobah, awful pass to Santos, awful touch, and then an awful tackle after that. This is stupidness. There's stupidness from individual players.
No, yeah. I just believe that you guys keep making the same. If you keep on making those red card mistakes and getting red cards, you're just putting yourself in a position where you're going to have a lot of draws this season. And yeah, we've seen what draws can do. That could be the difference between you making Europe next season. It could be the difference between top 4 and top 5 and top 6.
Regardless, I ain't going to be worried about us making UCL, but it just should never even be coming to that point.
I mean, obviously,
but you should be making the UCL, because again, the same.
Yeah, but it should be a minimum expectation now. We should have been talking about going for a title race, but we don't use the windows well enough.
Well, I mean, title race. If Palmer and Caicedo stay fit all season, maybe. But at the end of the day, we expected more from the team, so you're not.
Did we overestimate the team, though, Jay?
That's my point. That I don't think I overestimated the team, because I
think people did.
It wasn't good. Yeah.
So you're in the minority then.
So the squad's being exposed way more than I thought it would.
Has it been exposed, or is the squad just showing its level?
Well, the squad is showing its level.
Look at it from an individual perspective at Chelsea, who's not performing to the level we expected them to.
Well, you say that, but the team that Chelsea
I'm asking.
No, I'm saying the team that Chelsea put
I hear
out against
because I think the midfield and the attack are still playing well. It's just the areas we were going to fail.
Jay, that's to everyone else on the panel as well. Who not just the game against Brighton. Who overall this season for Chelsea do we look at and go, yes, him, and him? They have performed to the level.
If I look at Chelsea, I see Cucurella, Caicedo, and Pedro as with Palmer injured as the guys, the good players that Chelsea have. The players that will turn up, give you at least 7.5 every week. Those players, right?
Yeah, and they've done that. But those players have done that, and they still are losing games.
That's what I'm saying. But the rest of the players,
I put James as well.
6 and 8.
That's my point too. That is that their better players have done what they're supposed to. The problem is the rest. I've said this about Chelsea before, and to any Chelsea fans who were talking like Chelsea were going to do this and that. If Spurs, Arsenal, Manchester United, or Liverpool had their goalkeeper and their centre-back options, Chelsea fans would crash it on those clubs. Well, them players they have there are not good enough. Colwell alongside Chalobah with Sanchez is not getting you anywhere. It's not. It's not getting you to go and
Colwell and Fofana.
It's not, and we know Fofana's injury problems now. If they went and got a centre-back here, this is why I asked the question. There's no players really underperforming. It's just that Chelsea fans had won the club and been very loud about it. But now you're seeing the team is not. Again, they have exceptional players.
No, but it's also in the context of this Premier League, a very tough Premier League where Brighton rock up with Minter, Mitoma, Baleba, Van Heck. They're a good side. Yes. So when you're playing a good side without your best players, yeah, you're open. Chelsea had it in hand.
Who was missing?
Then
Who was
they
missing
start
for
making
Chelsea though,
mistakes.
outside of Palmer? Wait.
Well,
Outside of Palmer, who was missing?
Pardon?
Fofana's still missing.
That's
Delap
he doesn't
missing.
count.
Now he said he's best. He said you're better players. That's why
Fofana's been missing since you bought him.
Yeah, but Fofana's still my best centre back when fit.
Okay, so we'll say Fofana and Palmer.
Yep. I didn't even say Delap's still starting for us right now because he's
No. Let's not do this. Let's not do this, man.
now Pedro will be playing in the 10 and Cole Palmer will be put further right.
You had
Lavia
hold on.
doesn't count.
You had Cucurella on the pitch.
Lavia
You had
can't
James
count.
on the pitch. You had Endo Fernandez.
No, Lavia's
you had
actually
Pedro,
really
Caicedo,
important as
Neto.
well.
Oh, behave yourself. You know, as
Lavia's
Lavia even started
class,
20
bro.
Premier League games for Chelsea.
Yeah, and there's a reason why we still have a lot of faith in him.
As he started 20 Premier League, somebody fact check. Has
I actually
Lavia
don't
started
think so.
20 Premier League games for Lewis to say
Not
he's
for
so
Chelsea.
important to us?
Not for Chelsea.
Oh
We've
my
saved him for big
God.
games and he's
Oh
shown
my
his
God.
importance in them.
Yeah,
We've played him against the likes of Man City and Liverpool, and he's dropped man of the match level performances in all of those games.
Fair enough,
But
bro.
Lewis,
The
but
problem
you
is he's not
only
staying
took
fit, but he
20
drops to
Yeah,
a high
but
level when he's playing.
20 games in 2
the
years.
best. The
bro.
best ability is availability.
This is why now I'm glad we've got depth for him. Last season we didn't have depth for him, and it's the
Bro, your
reason why we
depth
dropped
isn't
out
good
the
for him,
title
though.
race.
But if your depth isn't good and you're losing games when he's out, the depth isn't
Our
good.
depth's not a problem in the midfield.
Well,
It was a
is.
problem last season. That's why when we lost Lavia, we fell out the title race. Now we have better depth with him.
It's not about whether Lavia walks into the Spurs team. It's about Lavia has started 20 games, if that, in 2 years. Yeah, the players you've got
And also, a
instead
big
now,
reason for that is because a certain Pochettino rushed him for 30 minutes against Roy Hodgson.
behave yourself, man.
Hamstring injuries,
Pochettino's gone.
back to back
a year
afterwards.
plus,
Now you're
and the guy
bullshitting.
still isn't fit. Like,
No,
you
no,
can't
no
blame
hamstring
Lavia's
injuries
fitness
before
on that.
Pochettino and 5 afterwards. Yeah, I'm bullshitting.
Bro, you can't blame Poch for Lavia's just an injury-prone player. He was injury prone.
He's
before you
injury
bought
prone
him.
because he got rushed back for 30 minutes and then
Bro.
had hamstring injuries on repeat afterwards.
Bro, he was injury prone before you bought him. Like, he missed games.
No,
for
he
Southampton.
actually had the most minutes for any midfielder in the under-20s for Southampton the season we signed him. So that's factually incorrect.
Like, so you say, so he didn't miss games for Southampton?
He
I swear, just
missed
before
the
you bought
odd
him,
game, but he had the
like,
most
yeah,
minutes for a
quite a major
midfielder
injury.
under 20 at Southampton. So it's
Right.
factually incorrect.
Right. So are you trying to tell me I didn't say that he didn't play a lot of minutes. I said he missed games at
So
Southampton.
that means he wasn't injury prone if he was able to have all those minutes.
Right,
He got injury prone because we rushed him back for 30 minutes
All right,
against
let
Crystal
me check
Palace
this.
because Poch had to save his job.
Hey, don't listen to Fats. Fats blames me for everything, man. Blame me for world hunger if you could. Oh, no, this is my fault. It's crazy work. Fats, like he's
I was like
reliable
Chelsea are
source.
9th at the moment. Is this true? Oh, Chelsea are 9th.
Yeah. So
No, I'll change it after the break.
Jay, I just checked it. Lavia played 34
Damn,
games
Leeds,
for
Fulham, and
Southampton.
Brighton, Brentford.
So he only missed a handful of games. Lavia only missed a handful of games.
Okay, so hold on.
And then Gakpo Merchant got his hands on him.
Hold on. In 22-23, Lavia missed 2 months of the season with a
I just have evidence.
hamstring injury.
Lavia had a hamstring at Southampton.
Yes, he
So-
did, but it was a handful. It was a handful of
so
games
when
that he
I
lost.
Wait.
No, it was not
One
handful.
hamstring
56
injury, and
days.
then another. And then how many
Also,
after
hold on,
the December game? How
Also,
many
I'm
after
talking
the
about the
December
Premier
Had
game?
a 2 month hamstring injury.
Okay, wait.
before you
I'll answer
bought
the
him.
question. I'll answer. Wait. So he had 56 days out at Southampton with a hamstring injury. The year after, he had 7 days out. Then he signs for Chelsea. 57 days out with ankle. 36 days out with fitness. And then the next 4 injuries are all hamstring. 186, 24, 30, 51. And then the other injury was 33 days with a thigh problem. And then 88 days with a muscle strain.
So still recurring hamstring injuries from that.
No, not
Point
all
then.
recurring hamstring. There's
One
an
before at
ankle-
Southampton that I wasn't aware of. But then a
There's a
spring
thigh
after.
problem and there's a muscle strain.
Yeah, one at the end.
So not
But
as
spring
factually
going
incorrect
from that
as you
December
thought,
period.
Lewis.
So that means that
Okay, not as. But there's still a string after the December point.
Fair.
There's
But
still one
okay,
there.
but
I'll
a
give you
2 month
that.
hamstring
Okay, well,
injury.
regardless now. Let's look at Chelsea
Either
moving
way, that
forward.
still means you weren't injury prone before that.
Okay,
Let's look at Chelsea moving forward.
okay.
Forget
Maybe we'll choose
Pochettino.
tonight.
let's forget Pochettino and Lavia. Let's look at Chelsea moving forward. I don't think Chelsea should sack Maresca. Neither will I say any Chelsea fan should be Maresca out. If you are, you're entitled to your opinion, but I respectfully disagree. But regardless now, Lewis, how do you get out of this mess then?
Get anything at the Liverpool game and then just reassess after the international break when tossing Fofana and Palmer are back. Just get through this week. You can still beat Benfica. We bopped them off the park in the Club World Cup. I still believe we can get a result against them. Liverpool, figure it out. Find a way to leave with something. Genuinely, just figure it out. I don't know how we're going to do it.
Jose Mourinho. That's
No, wait, stop the show. I'm going to put you full screen. I dare you say it without smiling. I dare you.
Say what? Say what?
Say get out of Liverpool with something. Go ahead. Without smiling.
Get out of Liverpool with something. That's got to be the game plan. Just leave with anything.
Wait, is that the bridge? Is that your place, right?
Yeah, but I got one.
I have never in my life been more confident of a Stamford Bridge game ever. Like, you know what? I don't even need to do release videos or do anything. I just need to say Achimpong Ahato. That's all I need to say.
That's what I'm hoping, though. That's what I'm hoping. You man come in a little bit complacent. Maybe we can.
Here's the thing, though. We won't be complacent because we just lost to Palace. Bad news for you.
Hossam, with all due respect,
we'll
Chelsea
see.
Can,
we'll probably will see.
Chelsea can land it on you a little bit in this game.
Wrong time.
He just convinced himself he's gonna lose next week.
No, bro.
Bro, I'm trying to say leave with anything.
Chelsea.
If I really thought we could do something, I'd be like, we're winning. Not with that back line.
Bro, like I hear what you're saying, but like you said, against Brighton, up until the red card, you were good. You were solid. The team was performing well.
They were.
Yeah. The Achimpong that we brought in to shore up the back line played a part in all 3 goals we conceded.
Okay. That's unfortunate. And
yeah. You know. And then we brought on Badia Shield, and then we conceded another 2. So, look, I just get me through this week. I just get this week over and done with. That's it.
Jay is such a little shit. Jay is such a little shit. He just came up with me and said, "Oh, that's unfortunate. You're such an asshole. You're actually an asshole. You're a bad guy, Jay. You're a bad guy." Man said, "That's unfortunate."
Obviously, you've just come off a, it was a bit of an ass whooping in that Palace game. It was a
whoa. This is the Chelsea section, brother.
I'm just saying Chelsea's attack will fancy themselves to get a goal or 2. You're conceding 2 goals a lot.
They're not keeping a clean sheet. Don't get it twisted.
If you want us to move on to the Liverpool topic chat, you vote with the like button. I don't ask you for money or anything. 200 likes and we start with Liverpool. See? Very easy target. 200 likes.
You know the funny thing, Hossam, you know the funny thing? I think that if the way I look at Enzo Maresca, you know how everybody looked down at them against PSG in the Club World Cup final, where everybody was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. With the kind of performances that they put together back to back, those 2 performances, I expect that manager to start to ginger them up for Liverpool. I expect him to say, listen, at worst case scenario, it's the bridge, we're at home, we get a 1-0, and all of you go and park the bus at the back. Just don't even do whatever it takes to not let these guys win, because they need that momentum as well. You also need the momentum because of your loss to Crystal Palace, which means it's going to be a game where the emotions are going to be high. You guys cannot keep a clean sheet to save your lives, Liverpool. You cannot right now. You're front heavy, which is very good. You probably have the best attack in the league, but defensively, you're one.
Thank you for giving us a clean sheet, Dio.
No, you're one Konate away from calamity, literally.
I like when people keep saying that you're 1 injury away from.
No, not injury. I didn't say injury. I said one Konate calamity, like one of Konate's
calamity.
Yeah. I'm not.
But here's the thing, though. No, watch the.
I don't like honest players.
Nketiah is a physical presence, and he bullied the fuck out of Konate. I don't think Pedro's a physical presence. He's a technical presence. So
but again, it's the movement. It's Pedro's movement. And also his movement. Again,
you don't have to tell me about Joao Pedro. Go look at my channel. I said Bobby Firmino region. I rate him extremely highly, very highly.
I just think that this game, at the end of the day, I favor Liverpool to win this game, right? But I think that as a club, as big as Chelsea is,
Esteban v Carcas, I am looking forward to that.
As big
That'll
as
be
Chelsea
something
is,
You can get something, man. I'm telling you.
back
dude.
losses,
You can
you
get
guys
something.
do something.
Oh no!
Why are
If
you in the chat
anything
and not on
happens,
the
I'll be
stream?
surprised. Let me
Fine.
be happy surprised. I'm just going into
Yeah, I'm
it.
just
with no
saying
problem.
I'm not even bullshitting and Veta. They Liverpool on paper, it's not click yet, but we're saying individually on paper. That's what we're saying, Veta.
Yeah,
Big up,
individually,
Now, everything's on Liverpool. You guys must. You guys must.
individually on paper, Liverpool's attack all have end product. Salah
Yes.
has end product, Nketiah has end product, Isak has end product, Gakpo has end product. Like you can
Isak
call
loved the
any of,
goal against
like
us too.
anybody that they have up front there has end
Okay, you
product.
want to know something? Let's actually switch topics quickly. Big up to Fatur. Khala, you guys, let's get the likes up, please. Khala, I'll give it to you guys once. We'll speak about Liverpool now. Just please close the live chat, hit the like button. Big up to Fatur, who says, yeah, give me hi mom. I'm on camera on Saturday. Love nothing more than to give middle finger in front of worldwide TV after Caicedo dagger. Caicedo dagger is not gonna happen.
Please,
I like
please,
that you are very.
I switch your camera on, man. Like it's not even that deep. You can say that with your face.
It was. I was just fixing the way I'm sitting, Lewis. You think I'm shy of saying shit in front of camera? You see how many crazy shit I've been saying online?
That was a very well timed switch.
That's a shame.
I don't get why. Like, you ain't getting
Fixing this fucking seat, bro. You know, only streamers will understand what I'm saying. The chair is more important than anything. Like, it's more important than the mic itself, bro. Like, the chair. See this right here when it's working again? I have this plastic chair that I had to use like for 2 days. Bro, hemorrhoids. Hemorrhoids.
Oh,
You get me? You will become sick if you sit on a plastic chair for 7 hours. I want anyone, if you're at home and you like adventure, just sit on a plastic chair for 7 hours. You can take like a 1 hour break in between, no problem, like the break we take between streams. But then sit again for another 2 hours, and then another 2 hours, and another 2 hours. But now with this one,
You need an ergonomic chair for your back.
you know, these guys introduced me to like some chair that costs £500. I'm like, when was this acceptable by society to pay £500 for a chair?
I feel like if
I can put it on my tax refund. That's one.
Yeah, if you're doing a lot of streaming and it's like your main source of income, a £500 chair is an investment, no?
Yeah, I'm cool with that. It is my main source of
that's
income. I'm not paying £500 for no. If I was a millionaire, I would have paid £500.
That's 1/1000th of your income, Hassan. I wouldn't complain.
Whoa.
You're big money, Hassan. That's true. That
What the fuck are you guys on about?
You're big. Yeah,
Spread lies in the YouTube community.
You dollar bills. You know what I'm saying?
Brother, my mic costs 50 quid.
You know what I'm saying? You doing this, man.
And that's still more than my mic.
Facts. It's more than mine.
That's
you know
still more than mine.
My camera's just a webcam.
Yeah, same.
So's mine.
Mine's still integrated in my laptop.
Yeah, I know. We know you got them Jordanian. What is it? Jordanian dinners. Yeah, man. Dinners.
Yeah, that Habibi money. Yeah.
Anyway, guys, moving on from the economical topics. I'm not rich, chat. The chat, no, I'm not rich. I'm just getting through life. Big up to all of you guys.
I see it.
Hit the like button, subscribe. Can you stop, Flawless? Can you stop this?
No, Flawless.
You know I ain't rich.
Flawless.
You know I ain't rich, bro. Stop it. YouTube takes
Why are you denying?
Bro, when you say I'm rich, so far we made £7 worth of super chats. Fucking YouTube taking £3.5. I made £3.5, sat through this bullshit. So stop calling me rich, okay?
Wait. You got adverts on the video, you got the playback, you've also got that okjersey.com. Make sure you use the chat. Yeah, make sure okjersey.com use the code Hassan for 8% off as well. Make sure you do that.
Yeah, okay, Jersey. Yeah,
by the way,
you get the badging. Get the fucking badging.
You're calling me rich, Flawless. This is my first sponsor in 4 years. Now what?
Because you've turned ones down. That's why. It wasn't because of a lack.
Yeah, I turned ones down because I can't promote gambling.
Yeah, of course. I'm just saying that you've had the interest there.
Hussam, I recommend this chair for you. It's only $1,322. Get it? And I know you can afford it. I know you can afford it.
Let me make something clear. Let me make something clear. Hell will freeze before I'm willing to pay more than £100 for a chair. Hell will freeze.
I'm with that.
That's like my maximum number. Cut off right now.
You see the price over here. You see
over 100. It better have a Chelsea logo on it.
That's for you, Hussam. That's for you. Just get it. I just
anyway, guys. Rapidly moving on. Let's go ahead and talk about Liverpool. Hit the like button, guys, and subscribe to the channel. Everyone, please like and subscribe. This unnecessary chair talk from these frauds. So Liverpool Football Club, guys. We lost this week. Who wanna start? Dio start. Go ahead.
There's nothing to say. I was happy you lost. I think that let me start with banter before I talk to real football. When Mikel Arteta was selling Eddie Nketiah to Crystal Palace, this was part of the plan. We had sent somebody to the future. We're like, Liverpool is going to do a madness. They're going to win last season. The next season, they're going to buy a lot of good players and be loud about it. The fans are going to lose their head and start talking a lot of nonsense. Eddie, you know what to do. So we planted Eddie there. Eddie's been injured in and out of the Crystal Palace team. He's not even their main striker. Like, that is how bad it is. But as a super sub, he came in and did what your super sub did. So he was a superior super sub to your super sub. Chiesa came in and did a madness. Eddie cleaned it up. But let's talk seriously about the game. I think that, again, like I've been saying all season, your defense, you have the best center-back player, Van Dijk. You actually do. For me, that's the guy. I'll take Van Dijk any day. But everybody else around him, I think that you guys are going to struggle with teams that play the way Crystal Palace play. Especially teams that are quick in transition, counter attack. So with what, and then your set pieces, you guys are horrible at set pieces. You can't defend set pieces to save your life. Like we also consider set pieces, but I'm like Liverpool. I think the 2 goals came from the set piece, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
The two Crystal Palace.
One set piece, one throw in.
Yeah, one throw in, one set piece.
The Arsenal special.
So again, Crystal Palace did it. Nobody's calling them a special. Once Arsenal does it, it's Arsenal special. I know we live rent free in your head, but it's okay.
It's just a joke.
I know. But here's my thing, though. It was bound to happen eventually with Liverpool, because again, it's not like you guys have been playing amazingly well from all beginning of the season. You've just been doing what champions do, which is get your win, get your 3 points. And at a certain point, you're either going to have to click. The same applies for us and every other squad that is trying to win the Premier League. You're either going to have to click and get it moving, hit the ground running, or eventually things like this will happen. Where teams like Crystal Palace, teams like the Brightons, would become problems. They'll become teams that you can't beat. So I was happy you guys lost because you dropped points, and that's good for me. It means I can catch up. I can be close enough so that at any time, hopefully again, you drop another set of points at Chelsea. Maybe you tie the game, and then I can win my game, because for me, that's all I care about this season. Get my 3 points and move on. But for Liverpool, you guys, I don't know. I don't know what happened with your game. I watched it. I can't place my thumb on it. I can only say that Crystal Palace could have been up 4-0 in the first 30 minutes. Alisson kept you in that game. Crystal Palace hit the bar. Alisson made 3 amazing saves that no other goalkeeper probably would be able to make. So literally, Alisson kept you in the game. Otherwise, you guys could have been 3-4-0 down in the first 30 minutes. That's how bad your defense was. Literally. And that's the big issue that you guys, I think, you're going to have. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with Chelsea next week. We'll see what happens with Chelsea. But I wish Crystal Palace had just,
I'm not worried about Chelsea. You keep bringing up Chelsea like I'm supposed to be scared.
No, I'm not saying
Chelsea right now are ass. Palace have been undefeated for 19 games, bro. 20 with our game.
Yeah, again, undefeated for 19 games or not. The point is,
Palace are second in the fucking Premier League.
Yeah, what I'm saying. The point is, if Palace were more clinical, they score 3-4 goals. You guys could. So I'm talking based off of what could have happened and how your defense looked is what I'm saying. I get where Palace is. They're second in the league. I can give them praise for all that, but I'm just talking about the fact that they were able to get.
If you want me to be honest, Dio, we should have been 5-0 down at half time, by the way.
That's something. 4 shots on target in 30
Alisson
minutes.
is the only reason why. By the way, that's 4 shots on target. You want to know why it's even worse? Because the shots at the post and the bar don't even count as shot on target. And Mateta hit the bar, and there's another guy who hit the post too.
Yeah, so that's my point. So my point is like, at the end of the day, that's what I'm talking about. Like the fact that a team could get at you that way as Liverpool. You're the champions. You're the favorites. Don't come here and try and douse that down. The fact that a Crystal Palace could get at you in 30 minutes. Honestly, I'm not saying they're not good, but I'm saying the fact that a team could rip four chances in 30 minutes. Do you know what that means? Do you mean that means that averagely every 7 minutes they were peppering your post, minus the ones that hit the bar? If we add those 2 bar shots in that first half, right? Oh no, in the second one in the first half, 1 second. But if we add the first one in the first half plus the 4 shots. That's 5 shots. 5 shots in 30 minutes. Every 6 minutes, Crystal Palace was peppering your goalpost, and it took Alisson to keep you guys in the game. That is not sustainable.
It's games like this when I sit back and I go like, guys, this is why I say Alisson is the best keeper in the league. Like, this is literally why. Because, like, I'm so glad we had Alisson in net. This game could have been over 45 minutes. Forget all this, like, Nketiah dagger and Chiesa equalizer. By 45 minutes, it could have been 4-0 to Palace, just like this. And by the way, it wouldn't have even been unfair result. It would have been completely fair.
No, because that's what I'm saying. That for me, I just seeing that alone tells me that other teams will be like, hey, we can give it a go we can give Liverpool a go, right? They can attack us as long as we can repel their attack. We can give them a go, and you know that for me that is where I see the issue with Liverpool this weekend. Like this game, that's why I see the issue. But again, you do have the best, if not one of the best goalkeepers in the world, if not the best goalkeeper in the world. So again, that saves you. Alisson will give you guys points. I get it, but how sustainable is that to just depend on him? Because once Van Dijk is doing something, once Van Dijk is taking care of
problems right now, when your keeper is your best player, it's a bad sign, not a good one.
No, I'm not saying it's bad. It's a good sign, but it's not sustainable.
Nketiah won 4 player of the season in a row. That was a bad time for Man United.
I did not say it's bad. I said it's not sustainable, Hussam. Listen to what I said. Sustainable. I said you can't.
Yeah, but here's the thing I want to explain to you. Bad is even worse than unsustainable. Bad is worse than unsustainable. I'm already acknowledging it's unsustainable by saying it's bad. Because that's
I don't think it's bad. I just think that it's not. Anyway, if you think it's bad, then fine, fair enough. I just think that he will save you in certain games, but what you guys played this weekend, nah.
I think the Premier League now is just the most difficult. Like, this is the most difficult league to win this season. Every team is on smoke. Every team is on some bullshit. Crystal Palace are undefeated in 20. Fulham are on some bullshit. Like, every team is on bullshit now. Like, it's just so difficult to actually win games of football consistently. Everyone's going to drop points. And for me, I'm so glad we got humbled because we walked into Selhurst Park thinking we're going to get 3 points because we're Liverpool Football Club. Fuck off. Play on the pitch and deserve the 3 points. And we didn't deserve it. We didn't. Alisson and Van Dijk are the only 2 players, and Chiesa, of course, were the only 2 players I give credit to. The rest of the team are all ass or sewage or shit.
I mean, just watching that game, I'll be honest with you, there was a point where I got to where I realized, and I was like, will all the goals that Crystal Palace missed, will it come back to haunt them? Because one thing I can guarantee you is Liverpool will create chances. That's one thing that will happen in a game. Liverpool will create chances, and they have players who can take those chances. For me, that is why when Crystal Palace was, when Alisson kept you guys in the game, because those were amazing saves. Those balls any other goalkeeper, that's a goal. Any other goalkeeper, that's a goal. The fact that Alisson kept you guys in the game, I was like, this might come back to haunt Crystal Palace. But you know what? They did the business. They got the 3 points at the end of it. And yeah.
Any of you want to say something about Liverpool, or are you busy all texting your side, bitches? You fraud.
I didn't watch your game. The gargantuan, superior, incredible, inevitable Blues were playing. I didn't see that.
Your mic is loud as fuck. I can hear you breathe.
And why would you?
Me?
You want to talk about
me?
Why would you say we not all? Why we all side? Why have we all got side bitches? You know what I'm saying? Is it because we all?
Some of us are
like
taking
Is it us because four
Flawless,
all
you
have
strike
one
me as
thing?
the type of guy, innit?
Why is it? Is it because of 3 all have something in
I
common?
don't think you can be loyal. I don't think you can be loyal.
Yes, I'm saying. You think
I
you're
know
going
you're
to
long
the
enough.
milk and never returning. That's what you think.
Flawless ain't loyal. I'm gonna be honest with you. Flawless ain't loyal.
Whoa.
No, stop it. You ain't loyal to no
Is it an
girl.
underbelly colour thing?
It's so
It's an underbelly color thing when I can marry 4 women.
Yes.
I can literally marry 4. Never mind be with 4.
Jeez.
Anyway, back to
How many women are you married to at the moment?
back to the topic before we get cancelled. Hi.
No, is this better?
Yes.
Cool.
It was this. I was saying. I was looked into what you were saying, but in regards to Liverpool, I think you lot just stopped getting away with it. Yeah, Alisson's a quality goalkeeper. We all know this, and I didn't watch the game live, but from when I watched the extended highlights and seeing the amount of chances that Palace created, it's like they should have been outside. And like Dio mentioned there, I was on the watch along with others who were watching the game, and it's like, oh, Palace should be up. Palace have missed, and I'm like, Liverpool are gonna score. and you think, oh, again, they're going to underperform, but still go and get 3 points. And then when you like equalize, it was like, here we go. And then when I heard that Nketiah scored, I thought it was you, because there would have been a goal in the game. I'm like, yeah, that's definitely Liverpool. But then poor performances have just come up. You can't, it's not sustainable. Back to the conversation you two was just having. If you perform poorly, eventually you get caught out. Palace are a good team. We know this. This is why they're undefeated in what you said. 19 games. Glasner's been managing at a good level for a long period. They have good players as well. So I don't think it's a surprise. And they always give you a game. Because they gave you a game in the Community Shield, and they gave Chelsea a game when they played them as well. So that's how I look at it. I think this is maybe it's just the kick up the ass that Liverpool needed. Just to like, all right, sort it out. Because your players have been underperforming. Outside of like Van Dijk, Gravenberch, of course, Alisson as well, Nketiah. Players ain't been at it. Kirkes ain't been at it. McAllister's not been at it. Neither's Mohamed Salah. Isak's just gone there. So it's harsh to criticize.
Frimpong injury in and out.
Frimpong's been injured. Yeah.
Not really seen the best of him.
Your thoughts, actually, Hassam. Your thoughts on Wirtz? Let's go there because he's now gone 007. So let's hear your thoughts on Florian Wirtz.
Pre-pause.
Same energy as Caicedo.
Pre-pause, Vater Games is in the chat. He just has the maddest erection right now because Flawless asked about Wirtz. Yeah, I know. Because you want to know what it is? This is Vater Games' dream right here. Flawless asked a question about Wirtz, and now Vater is excited. I dare Vater in the chat deny it. Now, back to the topic. Listen, Florian Wirtz, you get me. Hi, guys. Like and subscribe. Make sure you guys are getting involved.
No, brother.
Now listen, Florian Wirtz has been underwhelming. I said he's underperformed completely. He hasn't lived up to the price tag. He hasn't had a single good game for us. He just had good moments. That's it. Not a good game. Not good anything. Like, as an example, his first touch against Crystal Palace was unbelievable. Like, there was a moment in time where like, the ball was high up in the sky and he just took it down with his left foot. I think he's just like the pace of the league, maybe it's like a bit too quick for him, and I think that's something he needs to get used to quickly. Thierry Henry went 9 games without a goal.
I'm sorry, I just saw that twisted Babel comment, and that's outrageous.
That's why his name is Twisted. You get it.
That is wild.
So I think he's been underwhelming. I think he's been really bad. The Premier League GOAT Thierry Henry went 9 games without a goal, and he became the GOAT.
That's a bad analogy because we didn't pay premium for Thierry Henry when we bought him. He was not somebody that we knew. We were not Thierry Henry showed up.
I'm not comparing Henry to Wirtz.
What I'm saying is Wirtz was bought for 160 million, was Bundesliga player of the year, was a player that everybody expected to come and actually perform. Thierry Henry, when he showed up, nobody knew whether he would perform or not. We thought he had the talent. He was the player we brought in.
That's not the point, my brother.
So don't.
You are spiraling out.
Don't compare the duration. Do not compare the duration.
You lost to Brentford.
Do not sit here and say that, Thierry Henry nobody expected Thierry Henry to perform when he joined us now. Nobody knew him. He wasn't player of the year where he was coming from.
Maybe I understand. I'm speaking in hindsight.
Tell him again, Dial. Don't let him get away with this, man.
So don't make those comparisons.
Get away with what I said. He hasn't lived up to his price tag and he's been underwhelming.
No, my point is, you cannot use Thierry Henry's situation because he was a nobody when he came to Arsenal. He made a somebody of himself and made himself Premier League GOAT when he got to Arsenal. He was nobody. Florian Wirtz is coming from the Bundesliga as the Bundesliga player of the year, young player with talent that you guys sat down and said, we're going to pay 116 million pounds for. He's coming into our midfield and he has to perform. So for you to sit here and make those comparisons, no, we cannot do that. You cannot say 9 games for Thierry Henry, no, and then 7 games for Florian Wirtz, no. If you want to compare with Wirtz, you have to compare with people like Declan Rice, who you paid 105 million for. Did Declan Rice do anything in his first 7 games? Yes, he did. You need to compare with people like Caicedo that you all shot on. Did Caicedo do something?
Yeah, tell him again.
You need to compare with players that are in that same caliber. I'm not going to sit here and let you use my goat as an escape route for
my goat.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Your GOAT is Caicedo, damn.
No, my GOAT is Thierry Henry.
All Lampard done for your club and your GOAT is Caicedo.
Okay,
try and flip it. You know,
of course, that's all you took from that.
Hussam, let me ask you this question.
Conference League.
Hussam, I want to ask you this question.
World champion, mate.
So when
Are
you
you guys
saw...
are you guys gonna rush me when I get to answer the question? Or
No, hold
what?
on. I just want to ask you this question before you go.
Now you
Because
brought the dials right
when
to
I
the
saw... Okay, look at it like this, yeah? Naby Keita would be considered a flop. All excuse, yeah? Fair enough, yeah?
100%. That's
Right?
fair. Yeah.
So my thing is, Naby Keita, whilst the flop was showing a lot more than Wirtz is right now, yeah? And when I look at players like Sancho, Van der Beek, there's players that have come in with good
Van de
reputation.
Beek definitely showed nothing in a United shirt.
Yeah, but Van der Beek still...
Now you took it to the next
No,
level.
hold on. But Osam, be fair, because Van der Beek was on his way to Real Madrid.
on the board,
Yeah?
mate.
He was Van der Beek was going to go to Real Madrid before COVID happened. Yeah, so you can't just say that Van der Beek was nothing because he was highly rated. Sancho, highly rated. These guys came here, they didn't start well, and they were not able to step it up for whatever reason.
All this is happening because Karkas couldn't clear the ball.
Well, all I'm asking you is, do you have concerns that Wirtz could fall into that kind of category of player?
No. The reason why I'm not concerned that Wirtz is going to be the next Donny van de Beek is because Wirtz has shown the ability previously in the past, because he was the best player in a team that was not called Bayern Munich that won the Bundesliga title at Germany, and because I expect a lot better from him, and he's shown me moments. He hasn't been amazing, he hasn't been great, he's just shown moments in a Liverpool shirt, which is not good, because you don't pay 100 million for just moments. So he needs to dictate games, he needs to be controlling games and everything. Now, my thing is with this Florian Wirtz thing, I'm just simply being a bit patient. That's all. I said from the start of the season, 10 games each. This was going to apply to Nketiah, Karkas, Frimpong, everyone. 10 games. You have 10 games to bed in, 10 games to get used to the system, the team, the city, blah, blah, blah. And then after that, you're going to get judged. And now, whether it be Wirtz or whoever it is, from like next week onwards, now, because Chelsea is a must-win game, and because they've for the 100th time they got Achimpong and Badiashile at the back. If we cannot beat Chelsea away next week, we don't deserve
a
the
rabid
league.
Wolverine.
Yeah,
We cannot. We don't deserve the league.
Like,
I'll come here on the A-listers and say, guys, we do not deserve the league title. Like, I will say it fully, because we have to be able to beat them.
Throwing in the towel? Can't be doing that.
I didn't say throw in the towel.
But looking back now, on Kunku, Havertz, you know, there is a lot of these players.
Firmino, Sadio Mane.
But Firmino was bought as kind of a 10 and then became a false 9.
We just shot badly in the Bundesliga.
So I'm basically saying there is like Kevin De Bruyne is like the anomaly.
Dave, 10 and false 9 is like 5-yard difference.
But there's a difference.
But what
I'm saying is the difference.
Gundogan, Haaland, best striker in the world. Hello.
Yeah, but Haaland again we're not talking about
Aubameyang, proper Chelsea.
Hold on. Let me just. Can I just make a tactical comment here? Because
go ahead.
What I think is an issue with players that come to England from Germany is the space when you're a midfielder, because the pace of the Premier League is so much faster, the space closes up a lot quicker than the players are used to. They're not able to impact the game in the same way because the pace of the game is a lot faster. So when you're looking at these players, and you say, okay, Wirtz can't change his physical ability. You talk about false 9 and number 10. A false 9 drops back from a striker position. A number 10 starts deeper and goes forward. So there's a difference in the positioning of the player as well. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying...
Yeah, but I already said it's like a 5-yard difference. It's not that big.
It is. But what I'm trying to say is like, are Liverpool willing to make concessions to the way they play to get the best out of Wirtz? I'm not sure they are. And if they're not, what means that he's going to dramatically improve?
Okay, I'll tell you. You want to talk tactics? We talk tactics. Slot made the biggest error this Saturday, which is he went with a box midfield against a team with wingbacks. Munoz, because there was no Gakpo, essentially abused the right-hand side. Bradley and Konate were moving like dumb and dumber out there on the pitch because Mateta literally abused them. Like Mateta literally by himself abused that right-hand side of Liverpool. Bradley and Konate both look like shit. People who can target Wirtz because of his price tag, I understand, but the worst player on the pitch out there for us was Ibrahima Konate. Like he absolutely got bullied and ragdolled, like literally by Mateta. Mateta bullied him. So my thing is, look, I understand what you guys are saying, and we have to change the way that we do play, and someone needs to be dropped. As things stand, because McAllister is so much, and you guys know how much I love McAllister. You guys have all been working with me long enough. Because McAllister is so out of form, he should be dropped. Like, because we have to do it for the better of the team, basically. Because he's actually being a bit detrimental to us right now. I would drop McAllister. I play Szoboszlai and Gravenberch in the double pivot with Wirtz ahead of them. And I think we need width. So we can't play Wirtz left wing. And at the same time, I wouldn't play no winger, basically. Like, I don't think that works. We need either Gakpo or Chiesa. Say that again, sorry?
You can't play Wirtz with Salah, is what you're saying. Like, Wirtz on the left, Salah on the right.
No, I think Wirtz and Salah work together, no problem. I don't think Wirtz and Salah is the issue. Yeah, I think one of the midfielders needs to be dropped.
Yeah, Wirtz.
And Slot went with a box midfield against the team with wingbacks.
Wirtz should be dropped.
No, not Wirtz. Not
The
Wirtz.
only
Right
reason Wirtz shouldn't be dropped, is because he cost over 100 million. He should be dropped.
No, that's not me.
Like against Everton, the manager looked at the players he had and he said, you know what? If I'm not going to give him an easy out of playing Sobo at right back, this guy can't start. This guy is not in my first choice 3 midfielders. He should not be starting.
Jay, objectively, McAllister has been way worse than Wirtz.
No, he hasn't. Objectively, McAllister's had to play with Wirtz. Yeah. So objectively, if you left McAllister, you won the league with that 3. You know what I mean? You won the league with that 3, and you swap Sobo out for Wirtz. And credit to Sobo. It took Sobo a while.
I wasn't expecting that.
It's true.
Man.
Bro, Sobo
what you're saying is Jay Wirtz is holding Liverpool back, essentially.
Well, I'm saying that you bring a guy who works well with 1-2s and playmaking into a team that works well with fast transitions, and you're confused as to why these guys aren't sinking. The guy you need to change the way you play. You can't change the way you play for Wirtz. There's no way. So what's going to happen?
You're on mute.
So what I'm saying to you is, what I'm saying to you here is that, like, Wirtz can be a success, but you've already got Isak. Okay, we need to adapt the team for Isak. Oh, we need to make sure Salah's still getting the ball in the right positions. Oh, okay. So you've got so many more important players who need the team to be molded so they can get the best output. And you think Florian Wirtz is going to get any concessions? Absolutely impossible.
You know the funny thing? I heard Liverpool fans say,
Jay, I know you can't relate, but when you're a league champion and you sign 4 or 5 players, they need time to get into the groove of things. 100%. So when you're saying, like, you mentioned all our issues and then you wonder why we lost this game. You mentioned all our issues. Our issue is the following, yeah? Watch this. You just said it. Kerkez not performing, Frimpong not performing, Wirtz not performing. Isak, this is how bad the creativity was against Crystal Palace. Isak had to go all the way to the left-hand side, play 3-1-2s to create a chance for himself, which shouldn't be the case. You do not buy a £120 million forward so he creates his own chance for himself. You've got to feed him, okay? Now, there is something that happened this season, the Atletico Madrid game. I don't know which one of you watched it, but Liverpool Atletico Madrid, that first half, that Wirtz-Isak combination with the players that we had, I want us to run it back. Frimpong is the best partner for Mo because Mo right now is 33, 34 years old. He needs an overlapping fullback. He cannot have any fullback that underlaps. Mo needs runners around him. So he needs an overlapping fullback. The other part of it is one of McAllister and Szoboszlai needs to be dropped. As things stand, in order for me to get the best out of this team, the reason why I would rather drop McAllister than drop Wirtz is, Jay, is I need Wirtz's GA this season to win league title, Premier League, Champions League, blah, blah, blah. Like, I need, yes, of course, because I need Florian Wirtz to turn up in order for me to win trophies.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah, so that's why I'd rather get the best out of him. And then McAllister, Szoboszlai, and Gravenberch. Listen, it's all interchangeable. You can rotate. You can do a bunch of shit. You can play one guy Champions League, one guy Premier League. No one gives a fuck. They all get minutes. You get what I'm saying?
100%, and that's a fair answer. Obviously, we can only, it's 6 games in. We can only do real-time analysis. I can give Liverpool the benefit of the doubt as champions and trust that they're going to figure it out probably by about January, and players will get better and develop. No problem. My logic is like, okay, we're in a similar position with Xavi Simons. Do you know what I mean? As in, like, he needs to acclimatize to the league. He needs to adapt. No problem. However, yeah, when you, and I don't want to use the word blow up, but I'm going to use the word blow up. When you blow up a title winning team, yeah, obviously some of it's beyond your control with Trent and Jota, but then some of it is in your control, like Diaz and stuff like that. When you make the changes, you know, you got, maybe it's not for the best for the first 6, 12, 18 months. Maybe we won't see the best of Liverpool for another year and a half because of the changes. Maybe players need to be phased out for these new players to shine. I don't really know. I'm just looking at it from the point of view, from a logic point of view. Like,
if you want to drop Verts, then you have to play Nketiah and Isak together.
Well, you can play a 4-4-2. That's okay.
No, not a 4-4-2. Not a 4-4-2. Never 4-4-2.
No, not 4-4-2.
No. Mo can't play right mid. Basically, you take Verts out of the team and you play Nketiah in the 10. That's basically the lot.
Just play Szoboszlai with McAllister and Gravenberch, the title-winning trio.
The problem is, Flawless, I'll be honest with you. You know how much I love McAllister, but he's been so bad at the start of the season that if I'm going to be genuinely objective about it, like form-wise, he's probably the one that deserves to get dropped the most. McAllister.
JR, the team I support has no bearing on my ability to break down a football game. Like it's like, I mean, we can laugh at Spurs drawing with Wolves if that makes you feel better about my analysis on Liverpool, but it doesn't change my analysis. If anything, I know what it's like to be closer.
That's how you know that you're correct, though.
West Ham 1-1, Jared Bowen.
That's how you know you're correct, though. It's when they deflect.
Yeah, that's the thing when they're saying you support Tottenham and not your point is wrong.
Getting ready for next week. Come on, Nuno, man.
Wait, who equalized?
West Bowen. Who the fuck else? Bowen and Friends Club. Who the fuck else? This guy really looked at the camera and said, "Who equalized?" Like, there's options, bro. It's gonna be Jared Bowen.
You never know.
Oh yeah, I'm sure Masuaku would have equalized. Yeah.
Yeah, you got.
No, I thought they saw Emerson. Proper Chelsea's gone Marseille.
Is it possible that Nuno finishes above Forest?
Nah, ain't no way.
Angels
ain't no way
in a row, brother.
I don't know. I'll have to look at our West Ham.
Just get in the top 10.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even have FPL. West Ham just scored against Everton. Hello.
No, but
Everton Football Club, our rival.
I'm interested because I saw the comments today, and I want to just touch on this before we move on. And I sent it to my group chat. I've got various group chats. Sorry, I don't share them all to the same group chats. But it was Nketiah's.
You don't check our one, clearly.
I don't check our one. But plus, Sam just calls me and says, "Stop it." So Nketiah's words today, I thought they were interesting. I really thought I'm a linguistic.
Check your source before you share the words, please.
No, I checked it. I went onto the Liverpool website to get it, like specifically the Liverpool
100%?
website. Yeah, 100%. And this is what Nketiah said specifically. And as a guy that focuses on the words that people use and stuff, I was really intrigued by this. He said, "I think I've settled well. I've had a good adaptation with the boys. The staff, everyone's helped me adapt to the new environment. Everything's going well, so I keep it going. How it works with Isak? Good question. We play at such a big club, they cannot have only one striker. So it's good he is here. I have a lot of things to improve and learn. That it's for the coach to decide who plays. It's not up to me. I played with 2 strikers before and 1 striker, so I can do a lot of things. So if we have to play together, I can." Is that me? Is that me? Or is some of the language in there quite interesting? As in, if we have to play together, it's not up to me who starts. The club needs 2 strikers.
This is you right now. You took a bunch of straws and you did this.
Nah. Listen. I'm seeing that. I'm seeing Nketiah is a confident kid. I'm like Julian Alvarez situation loading.
Hey, they won the treble that year. Give me the treble and sell one of them in the summer. I don't give a fuck. Are you mad? Are you mad? You're telling me I'm gonna win the treble and then sell Nketiah for 120 million?
I'm saying,
run it up right now. Flawless, would you take winning the treble and selling 4 United players?
Sending us a message. He can't be too overt. He's just been giving a red card.
I don't think it. Hey, Jay, you're my guy. I don't think there's anything there.
No, bro. Listen, I'm telling you, boys. Listen. He's sending us a message.
There's
More
not. There's,
stories.
Jay, I
What's the
doubt
message?
it. I doubt that there's anything there.
What's
And I'll
the-
tell
You
you.
guys are, you
Okay,
guys
Jay,
are not serious, man. Like,
let me try to
you're not
convince you
serious. You're not
objectively.
deep
Hear
in
me
it.
out. Let me genuinely give you an objective thing, right?
Go on.
Nketiah is playing for Liverpool in a World Cup year, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to be so honest and objective about this, and I think even when you hear my explanation, you'll agree with me. Nketiah this season could score 57 goals, win the quadruple, be a Ballon d'Or nominee, and Mbappe is still starting up top for France.
Okay.
This is the thing that we have to accept with certain international sides. Isak in reverse. Sweden is not going to drop either Isak or Gyökeres because there is no third option that's even close to their level. Gyökeres could end the season on 13 goals and Isak 14 goals, and they're still both starting for Sweden. The problem that Nketiah has is for France is he will never start with Mbappe there.
Yeah.
But he can be the next Kolo Muani, meaning he can be the guy that they bring off the bench. Okay? That's his best option. You know, when Didier Deschamps was like losing a game of football and he would move Mbappe left wing and then put on like Kolo Muani up top. So he could be that guy for France. Guess what? This is the second time in a row, and this hasn't happened before. So go check. You want facts? Go check the facts. Go check the most recent French squads. For the last 2 international breaks, and this one included, Nketiah has been selected for France.
Okay.
So there is no need for him to be angry, specifically given the fact that he's 22 years old as well. So he's getting selected for his national team. He's starting games of football for Liverpool Football Club. And I think modern day footballers are way more accepting of rotation and rest than players 20 years ago.
Maybe.
Way more accepting. 20
Okay,
years ago would have been like
so-
Nketiah knocking on Slot's door, Isak knocking on Slot's door.
Yeah.
Now, genuinely in the modern day, I think footballers themselves know that they play too much football.
Yeah,
Nations
football-
League, international break, blah, 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 like 100 different things. Like, you're telling me Isak really wakes up in the morning wanting to play like Southampton in the Carabao Cup? No, he doesn't.
Well, I don't know. Like a lot of footballers like to play like Bruno. He loves playing. Listen. You guys can say I'm reaching here. I'm saying I'm a great judge of this kind of stuff, guys. Trust me.
Jay? What's your overall point? I want to be sold on this.
My overall thing here is one.
You want to be sold on it?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I'm interested.
So one, Nketiah, from me looking at this, is like this is not a Isak is a superior striker to me thing. It's not a hierarchical. It's a I'm on this level. I should be started. Yeah, like as in, and to me, when Liverpool brought this striker in and things like that, I don't think they necessarily thought of it as a 1-to-1. Do you see what I mean? I don't necessarily think they thought that both these strikers will be at the same level and they're going to be asking for the same minutes. Yeah, and I think they are going to be asking for the same minutes, and I'm intrigued to see.
Yeah, but you have to realize that again in modern day football, you now have multiple competitions where, unlike 5 years ago, where you're playing 60 games, 50 games, now you're playing 70, close to 70. If you play in all competitions and make it to the final, if Liverpool play in the Champions League, the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, the league itself, and probably some other, and then for those who are going to go and play World Cup as well.
It's funny. What
I'm saying is that there will be a lot of games. So I don't see how.
Wait. Jay left out something, you disingenuous fraud. From the same website, there's a paragraph you didn't read. I will read it publicly. You see, big up the spies. I smile. You're a fraud.
I don't know what's going on.
Watch this Nketiah interview, yeah? On Isak playing alongside him. Watch this. This debunks everything that Jay just said, and that's why Flawless should never buy into Spurs. He should have learned his lesson.
I'm all for more information.
Can I read the quotes, please?
I wasn't buying into Spurs. I was buying into potential Liverpool slander. Go on.
Just like you believe the Spurs hype.
No. I said sell me on this. I'm an
interested
buy.
He was buying into the potential Liverpool slander.
Can I read the quotes, you frauds? I think it's good. We play at such a big club. I can't see one big club just playing with one striker. I think it's good that he's here. For my age, I still think I have a lot of things to improve and learn.
Hold on.
No, watch. Wait. So
Wait,
for
did
me,
you get this from the website or Lewis? Hold on, stop. Did you get this from the website or Lewis Steele? I know this because Lewis Steele paraphrased it, and I went on the website to actually see what he actually said because I knew it was different to what Lewis Steele said.
because I have
Okay,
the whole
cool.
paragraph in front
Okay,
of me.
cool.
Yes.
Give me okay, that's
So
fine.
this-
You sure?
Hold on.
Yeah, because
Is this what he
the
said?
only Lewis we believe in is carefree.
Watch
as
this,
you were.
watch
Oh,
this.
go on, as you were.
I think I have a
Yes.
lot of things to improve and learn. So for me, it's good that he's here. That's for the coach to decide how he wants to play. That's not me. But obviously, you know, he's a great player. I've been playing in a 2-striker composition, 1 striker, so I can do a lot of things. If we have to play together, I can do that.
See,
And
that's-
Lewis still did the interview, you fraud. What do you mean
Nah,
paraphrasing?
yeah, I'm telling you, I don't like. I'm not.
Brother, it's not a
these
paraphrase.
sources.
Here you go. It's from the fucking site. Here you go.
Let's
It's from
have a
the
look.
site.
Hey, oh, I can't read that. I can't read that.
Yeah, but you'll never be able to read it because it's
Okay.
it's a white
Listen,
background.
I'll check out my sources and I'll report back, guys.
Look, so
Yes.
are we? So what we're saying here is, let me see it. I'm saying the
We're
conspiracy
trying
theory here
to
is that
create an issue that's really not an issue.
there is an issue.
It's
There
not
is an
been
issue.
debunked yet.
Ekitike wants to leave now. He doesn't really want to play for Liverpool.
I'm not
The
saying he wants.
research is there. That's what
Listen,
he's saying. That's what Jay's saying.
guys, listen.
Jay's saying that by January, Ekitike is going to ask for transfer. You'll
Listen,
see.
I'll send you the link right now. LiverpoolFC.com. Literally.
Okay, I'm looking on the link. I'm reading Nketiah. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. Let's
Okay,
have a
wait 1 second. Okay, here you go. I'll send you all of you right now. Check your the group chat. I'll send you LiverpoolFC.com. So it's the official site interview.
Hold on,
Just scroll down
what's-
to the third paragraph. It says on Alexander Isak's arrival and playing alongside him. No
Yeah.
paraphrasing, nothing. Check your group. Check the group
Hey,
chat now.
listen,
Here.
that's
But your
Listen, I'm-
overall point you're trying to
listen, I'm
make, Jay,
saying-
is that
Yeah,
that
I don't think
Ekitike
this
could
is
be
materially
unhappy.
different. Like it's a bit of a softer Liverpool website is giving it a bit of a softer tone. Me in real time.
I thought you wanted us to not listen to Lewis
Nah,
Steele. Now you want us to not
I
listen
saw
to
what
the
Liverpool
official
posted in real
website.
time. Fake
Here, I
news.
just sent it. Read it. Go to
Fake
the
news.
third paragraph where it says Isak.
Listen,
Keep
I know
going.
what I saw. I'm sorry, guys. This has been cleaned up. This has been edited to make Ekitike sound less rambunctious. Yes.
Rambunctious. Now,
Yes.
now you're trying to corner me with big English words.
Hey, no, listen. I'm just saying.
That's
Like, let's,
a shame.
So what
remember
you're
the
saying?
thing-
So what you're saying, Jay, is that Ekitike is a ragamuffin and he's being rambunctious.
I am saying.
You're saying he's a
that
belligerent player when
Ekitike-
he's on the pitch, and that his his
I
words are
am
always right.
saying-
Yeah.
I am saying that Spurs drew to Wolves and United lost to Brentford. So let me
Well,
read the super before
that's-
move on.
That's not really very relevant right now. We're talking about
It
Ekitike.
is relevant because it's relevant because we've had 40 minutes on Liverpool. So let me just move on. Let me grab these supers and I'm gonna move on, talk about the
I'm
next
sure the
topic.
chat
Big up
would
to all
love
you
it
guys.
on Don Hassam's channel. That about
I know,
40
yeah,
minutes
I
on
know, I
Liverpool.
know.
Well, this is great. I'm
Oh,
saying
okay,
that 40
I
minutes
know.
on
And
Liverpool.
like-
that 40 minutes on
Guys,
Liverpool is
guys,
better than Verts has
guys,
never
I'm
done in
sorry,
40
I was
minutes on
just-
Liverpool. But,
I was just,
here we
you
are.
know, what's it that Denzel says? You're either uninformed or ill-informed. And I guess I just got my sources a little bit wrong. There's always
Yeah,
next
there you
week.
go.
Do you know what I mean? guys? Come on.
LiverpoolFC.com,
We're all
baby. You get
friends.
me? We
We're
don't
all
have
friends.
the Timu sources that you have. Big up to Fonzie who says FK banished fund. Why you want FK banished? And then FK says deport Fonzie fund. Bro, I cannot deport someone in Canada, unfortunately. You get me? So yeah, let's not go there. Redline Taranga says unmod Fonzie fund. How much are you willing to pay, Redline? Because you see, this guy's really rich. He owns a spa and a gym. That's called rich, not me making 40%.
No, you're on your way to that. You're on your way to that. That's
Can
all.
you find? Can you
There's
find
levels to this, man.
find
You're
the
just
corner? How
on
much
your
are you
way
willing
to
to
us.
pay, Redline?
You know, it's people like Hossam. I don't like people like Hossam. Let me tell you why.
Agreed. You can just
He
stop
does-
right there.
he
I'm with you on
he
that.
does things like Hossam will be like, oh, red line of Taranga, he can afford 3 Mercedes Benz. I can afford 1. You know, so we're not on the same like most of you can afford a Mercedes Benz. You can walk in there buy.
I can afford the Mercedes Benz.
Yeah,
Wallahi, I can afford the Mercedes.
I mean,
Hossam, why are you doing this? Why are
people
you doing
in
this?
general, no.
Hmm?
I'm joking. But yeah, well, not everyone could. What year Mercedes Benz? Do you mean like any Mercedes Benz?
2025, 2025. Or 2025. In fact,
You think I can buy
BMW electric?
25
I
Mercedes
don't
Benz?
think I know.
I swear I can't. Are you crazy?
Hossam, do you know how I know? Do you know? No, hold on. Jay, do you know how I know?
casually,
Jay, do
okay.
you know how I know? One time he was streaming, right? Hussam had his phone up. He didn't realize that he had pulled up his bank. I saw the digits. It was blurred, but you could count the numbers. I didn't
count. There's a lot of
It was a lot of zeros.
a
There was
lot of zeros, man.
man. I was like, I was like, my
A
boy
lot of
balling
zeros.
out. man, don't. What do you
Yes,
mean?
guys,
You
my
know,
bank
man.
account is so big. I'm using a microphone that my cousin.
Nah, man,
can
you just
buy.
keep it humble. Same way my man
And a
with the
webcam.
spa and my man with the
Listen,
spa
listen,
and
Hussam,
the gym
Hussam,
don't
Hussam,
necessarily
And I'm
go around
using a
saying it.
wooden fucking like thing over here.
Hussam,
Yeah.
again, that doesn't mean anything because we've seen people like who, when he was alive, Steve Jobs, right, wear the same black t-shirt consistently every day. Eminem, what hundreds of millions of dollars, wear the white t-shirt and blue jeans. You can't use that to tell. Your cousin gave you sentimental attachment to the microphone.
Yeah, because
Why
I
you
dropped.
use it?
When did I drop Lose Yourself?
N'Golo Kante,
N'Golo
you know what I'm
Kante.
saying?
The
Like
phone, his
drives a
phone
Mini
screen is
Cooper.
broken, and his phone screen is broken, and he goes around like
Maybe
that.
I drive my dad's car. I don't have my own. Anyway,
You've
Jay,
chosen to. You're
you want the VAR check? Wait,
you're doing the
guys.
Hakimi. You're doing the
Let's
Hakimi.
listen
That's
to
what
what the man himself said. See,
Okay,
even
let's see what
worse.
he says. Let's see
Okay,
what he
no
says.
one interrupt because you won't be able to hear. So just listen.
Good question. I think it's good. We play in such a big club. I can't see one big club playing just with only one striker. So I think it's good that is here. Even for me, at my age, I think I have still a lot of things to improve and learn. So for me, it's good that he's here. And yeah, that's the coach to decide how he want to play. That's not me, but obviously, it's great players. I've been playing with in 2 striker composition, 1 striker, so I can do a lot of things. And if we have to play together, I can do that.
Okay, all right, fair enough. It sounds better than it reads.
Fair?
Okay.
Fair?
Fair enough. Fair.
Thank you.
I will rest my agenda for a few months.
Yeah, I told you it was a reach, man. There wasn't really anything there.
Fair enough. I have been.
Thank you, Flawless, for being honest. The first time
I was honest initially.
I was incorrect with my reaching. I nearly gave myself a hernia. However, in this instance, I was wrong. I am sorry.
Great. WJ in the chat.
I was honest initially. I said, Jay, it sounds like a reach, but let me make the working out.
You did say I was reaching. I did think I could reach the top shelf.
Let me tell you how when Jay was talking, this is all I was hearing when Jay was talking. Jay basically sounded like this to me. Considering the most demonstrable efficiency of a pre-established tactical scheme, even though a highly proficient incumbent currently occupies the ostensible primary role, a situation in which on its face, that's what I was hearing in my head. As you were talking.
Listen.
It just sounded like a bunch of ramble.
Even if I talk ramble, it sounds entertaining. So please, give me a barometer of respect here. It might have sounded like I might have been talking shit, but it sounded better than that.
I'm glad you knew you were talking shit.
There's something about these Chelsea content creators' mics, is what my guy Ed is saying. Who else has a crooked mic in the Chelsea fan base?
It's not crooked, it's just loud because them lot are loud. You see what Lewis's streams are like. Organized chaos. It's brilliant. Makes for A1 viewing.
Champions of the world is what JC is saying. Wow, JC. Champions of the world. Champions of the world are below Everton. And you're on mute. Hold that, you fraud. Hold that, you're on mute. Fuck off. Hold that. You're still muted. Wallahi, you're still muted. I swear he's still muted. He don't even know he's muted. This is how bad this is.
He knows
he doesn't know. He's talking. You're muted. You're muted, you fucking bum. We can't hear you.
I don't need it. I fucking lose.
We've got it all wrong. We could have had Yamal and Mbappe in the team right now, and they'd struggle because of our system currently. That's the issue above all. I agree. And here's the thing, Jack. Slot need to fix this issue. Slot need to fix this issue ASAP. You get me? That's the most important thing. So appreciate you, Jack, and thank you so much for the super chat. This Jay Spiracy is getting out of hand. Is what
it was. Yeah, Jay's my guy.
It was a Jay Spiracy. I like
it.
Yeah,
Jay's my guy. Yeah.
Jay Spiracy is elite.
Right.
Anyway, guys, speaking of 2 clubs who aren't elite, should we talk about Arsenal or Spurs or United?
Let the chat decide.
Chat, you decide.
Yeah,
and we have to hit a certain amount of likes as well, but let the chat decide.
Yeah,
so let's go with United.
United and Spurs is one section combined, and Arsenal is a separate section. You choose.
Sure.
Yeah, let the chat decide. There you go, chat. That's how much I fucks with you lot.
Beautiful.
Very good. Okay, Spurs and United. Spurs United, yeah.
No, they went with
That's
United. Oh, Jesus, chat. I should have just said Arsenal. I should have just I should have
Spurs United.
in regards, in
Why
regards
people
to,
are like,
go on, Jay.
I was just saying, like, people are like, no one cares about Spurs. I appreciate that.
That's
why
a
I'm
lie,
just
though.
thinking over, I know. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like you know, European champions. No one cares about us. I think not. But asking about United, what went wrong this weekend, Flawless? Talk to me.
You could literally take my appearance on the show
last week.
From the week before, and just where I mentioned a Fulham player, or where I mentioned a City player, just put in a Brentford player, or where I mentioned the Fulham or City manager, just put in the Brentford manager, and like maybe change the United players who were mentioned in regards to our lineups. Another loss, horrible all round again. Manager, horrible lineup. Again, just from the jump. This is why I say we're like, oh, why do you criticize Amorim so heavily? Because he can't even get the basics right. You know what I'm saying? Like buying daring goal when you signed a new goalkeeper and you know his level. Maguire out there, Shaw out there, Agate out there, Bruno out there playing in the central midfield role. We know what these are. Dalot at wing back. I've just pretty much mentioned that's half the team. That is the goalkeeper, the back three, the wing back, and the entire midfield. So I've mentioned half the team already there in regards to the lineup. You know what you're getting. There's nothing new, and that falls at that falls on the manager, and he wants to be sacked. There ain't nothing new to say. This manager wants out. He's doing everything in his power to get sacked by Ineos, but because of their negligence and their stubbornness and just being pig-headed, they just pursuing with the inevitable. From the start of the season, I said this. From before we signed a player or sold a player, I said it's a question of when this manager gets sacked, not if. Why are you making the same mistake you made with Ten Hag? We watched you do this last season. It went south. You tried the same thing again now with Amorim, who's getting worse results than Ten Hag, and it's currently just nosediving. Simple as that. In regards to the game, no surprise, no shock. No one's surprised we lost. Manchester United fans or rival fans or Brentford fans, nobody. And again, that falls on the manager. Should players be doing better? Yes, but your cat is miserable. It is, man. It's just a dark cloud surrounding Manchester United, and it's just another game, another poor performance, another loss. And Michael Richards did something on the BBC where he showed he was on Match of the Day, and he showed like all the changes. He showed all the changes, and it's like I was confused that Michael Richards explaining it. So imagine what it's like for fans. I was watching this and was like, I didn't even notice this, and I watched the game. The amount of changes and stuff like that. Yeah, man, Bruno's world class. How's that helping us out? You know what I'm saying? He's cost us in so many games.
Somebody said Bruno is a union leader. You can't say
it's crazy. And the crazy part about it is I've mentioned this before many a time, not on here, where I say the footballing universe don't like ugly. And eventually that comes and catches up with you, because for everyone who backed Bruno and where would you be without Bruno? And ironically, Amorim, who's backed him, is now putting him in a role and position that gets the worst out of him, and not only have his strengths absolutely just being
one thing I would say for us is I feel like Amorim hasn't. It's almost like with seniority a little bit. Like he likes to play the senior players over the kind of younger players, and the younger players, you know, their form when their form dips, they get dropped. When the senior
to an extent, but here's what I say about the universe not liking ugly, because Euro's been dropped ever since the City game. Bruno came out publicly and said Euro was at fault for the Foden goal. Ironically, Foden ran off Bruno, so it's Bruno's fault. But Bruno's come out and dropped him. I mean, Bruno's come out and said it was Euro's fault, even though it was Bruno's fault. The managers agreed with that, then dropped Euro, played Maguire, and then Maguire's made the mistake for the first goal. This is what I'm saying when I say the universe don't like ugly. When you make ugly decisions like that, that comes to backfire. And the fact that he's backed Bruno so heavily and wanted him to stay in the summer and and now you're exposing him because you've taken him away from the final third, which is his strengths. And now you're exposing his weaknesses. And this is why Bruno's been playing like this. But just because he was playing higher up the pitch, it doesn't necessarily cost Manchester United a goal. Because when you look at, we've only played 6 matches in the Premier League. Bruno's been at fault for like major errors for 5 of them. The Arsenal game he cost us the corner. The Fulham game, not only did he miss the penalty, Smith Rowe then ran off him. The City game, Foden ran off him. So that's 4 already. which is the other game now. And then the Brentford game, he just went and missed the penalty. So in 6 games, you've made 5 massive errors already.
Yeah.
And some of that is due to his just lack of quality. And some
but
of that
the only thing I would say and rebuttal on that is that like there's no you don't retain the ball to the level that one could carry a Bruno in a 2-man pivot, especially when your partner's Casemiro. There's no number 10 really who could play in central midfield for Man United, realistically. So
I'm really afraid of Bruno because Bruno is a cult member.
No, Bruno's bigger than I'm. So
Bruno is a cult member, so Amorim is afraid of him.
Amorim don't die on the hill because the thing is,
Bruno. I still stand on the fact that Bruno's one of the leading number 10s in the world, but you're playing him in central midfield. So my thing is like, but you say that, but people would have said before Wirtz came to England, Wirtz is better than Bruno.
Yeah, because Wirtz is currently performing poorly right now.
Yeah, but that's my point. As in, like, but people would say that there's a lot of. So my thing is Bruno. You've moved him away from the number 10 to play a pivot with somebody that doesn't have legs. And listen, obviously, some of the points you make, I think you're a little harsh on some of them, but I think like
all right, let's go into that. Which ones am I being harsh on?
So I feel the Foden running off him. I feel like to an extent
because you like him. That's why. It's because you're a fan of him.
But you critique him more. So maybe both of us are capable of doing.
No, I critique fairly. If I play, okay, wait. Let me ask you a question because we didn't get to that. When Chelsea conceded to Brentford, was Garnacho at fault?
I would say to an extent, yeah.
So what's the difference?
I'd say because when Foden ran off Bruno, there was defenders who weren't marking anybody,
and there was defenders who weren't marking anybody for Chelsea.
No, but I think at the back post there was no one there.
There was no one back. Yeah, but the point.
James was in between both of them. He didn't do nothing.
There we go. Then. So I ask you the question again, Jay. What's the difference?
I'm saying that when Foden runs into the area, there is defenders in there who are marking nobody.
Whereas they're in their zone.
No, the closest to him was Bruno. The closest to him was Bruno. And
they're in their zone.
Defenders.
At least
I'm saying those defenders go sides. There was defenders goal side of
in their zone. Okay, go Jay, go watch the goal back freeze frame and tell me who should have picked him up.
I'm saying I get what you're saying.
You should have been picking him up. Okay, in the City game, you should have.
I get what you're saying as well, but what you're asking is essentially the defending from an elite DM.
No, I don't. That's not elite.
That's what you're asking.
Tracking your runner is not elite.
No, listen, I'm saying to you,
tracking. So you're telling me, Jay, this is let's just clear this up.
Because I think you're holding it.
Jay, no, I'm not. So you're telling me tracking your runner is elite defending.
I'm saying that in that moment when you have defenders who are goal side of
them in their zones, you should. So you telling me tracking your runner is elite defending.
I'm saying that are you telling me it definitively there's no way one of the centre backs could have stepped forward and
they couldn't have. They was in their zone. They was where they were supposed to.
So you're just putting it all on Bruno not tracking the runner.
Each centre back. Yes, we told.
Are you also saying that
Shaw should have done better? No, not only Shaw should have done better.
Okay, so are you also saying that even if Bruno tracked his runner, the
goal don't happen?
Is it impossible that Foden still scores?
No, that's not impossible, but it makes it highly unlikely because Foden's got a beast in the air.
Okay,
go and compete. Again, we've already noticed the difference because when it's Garnacho, it's his fault. Yeah. But when it's Bruno,
I think because the player was fully unmarked at the back post and there was no one good side.
Both players were fully unmarked. Foden was fully unmarked.
Foden was running into a place where
Foden was unmarked. Who was marking him, Jay?
But no one was marking him, but he's running into an area where it's a free ball. For
the runner should have went. What are we talking about here? You still not answered my question.
I'm saying, listen.
No. I need an answer to my question. Is tracking a runner elite defending?
No, I think tracking. I think the difference in terms of what you're saying is the tracking of the runner. I don't think stops that goal. The level of defending
because you are a fan of Bruno.
I'm saying the level of defending required to stop Foden scoring with that cross.
It's not high because he's got a beast in the air. If it was Haaland, he gave him a free header, man. But anyways, off of this, what other ones am I being harsh on?
That was harsh. I feel.
Which other one?
I have to look at Smith Rowe again. I feel like
he ran off him, so you're not gonna. So you calm me down. I can't wait for this to happen with Spurs. I can't
just
wait
feel like
for this to
sometimes
happen
players
with Spurs. I don't want to hear nothing from
No,
you.
bro,
From with
I'm
this.
saying that players running into the box, yeah.
This is gonna happen with Spurs. Don't worry,
No,
man.
I'm
It's a
saying when a
long
player
season,
runs
man.
into
I don't
the
want to
box-
hear you critique him. It's
Listen,
gonna be great.
when a player runs into the box, yeah,
And when
and
someone
you
runs
have
off
three
Berg
defenders-
Val or Benton Cora or something
Hey,
like
listen,
that,
I'm just saying
nothing.
that. Listen,
Don't
I'm
say
saying
nothing.
sometimes you can be ball watching.
Alright.
Everyone's ball watching. Yeah, not just
Cool,
Bruno's ball
cool.
watching.
So go on. Which other ones? Because we go around in circles. Which other ones am I harsh on?
50% already.
Which
Missing
of the
a
other
penalty
ones I'm
happens
harsh
to
on? I said I give
Everyone-
5.
everyone can
So
miss
that's
a
not
penalty, bro.
50%. That's
Anyone
not
can miss
5.
a
You said
penalty.
1. You said 1. What's the others?
Listen, I'm saying no. I said, yeah. I think you're being a little harsh. Then you
said I'm being harsh with the errors. So you've named 1. Which
yeah.
other ones
So
do I
we've
being
been
harsh?
through. I'm saying the Smith Rowe one. I need to see again. And I said,
Well, he
anyone
ran off
can
in a
miss
minute, so
penalty.
you'll probably give him you'll probably give him the benefit of the doubt because that's a good defender.
I won't give him a pass on both of the.
Yes, but you don't give Garnacho a pass though. You don't give Garnacho a pass. But I hear
I'm
it
not, I don't
first.
think I wouldn't go out as well my way and say I'd say Chelsea defended that poorly. I wouldn't say
Was Garnacho at fault? Jay, I'll ask you the question again.
Yeah.
Was Garnacho at fault?
I think Garnacho could have done better.
That's not
Like,
what I
Bruno
asked. Was
We
Garnacho-
defended
was
poorly as a
Garnacho-
unit, but it was Garnacho's man that scored.
I'll ask the question again.
Exactly. Do you see what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. Bruno
My
can
John,
do more.
I'll
but
ask
there's
the
still
question
defensive
again. Jay, I'll ask the question again. Was Garnacho partly at fault? Yes or no?
Yes, he was partly at fault.
Okay.
Just as
Was Bruno partly at fault for the City game?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what. So how much?
Because you said Bruno was wholly at fault.
No, I didn't. I literally said Luke Shaw.
No.
I
if
literally
you
said
Bruno
Luke
was
Shaw.
partly at fault.
I
we wouldn't be
literally
having this
said
conversation.
you said it. You literally said. I literally said Luke
Bruno
Shaw.
had some degree of fault.
I
for
literally
letting
okay.
go,
So
but
you
I'm
want
saying there was
to
more
play the
to goal
percentage
than
game?
that.
Whether he was 50%, whether he's 75%, you should have done better. That's not
Yes,
overall.
but I don't think the goal
Don't
was
make the
Bruno's
error.
fault.
Yeah, okay, cool, because you're a fan of him, and that's calm. I also said Shaw was at fault too. What are we talking
Exactly.
about?
So I'm saying
But this
so
is
I'm
what
saying
Bruno defenders do. Look
So
at what
Jay,
we're debating.
look at this image. Are you
Look
telling
at what
me?
we're
Are you
debating.
telling me that
You should have been marking
the
him.
number 8, the number 8 captain here, right? Look at this
Oh
image.
my
This is
God.
Foden running. Foden was running from here in here.
Okay, yeah.
He's already glanced left and right. He
Yeah.
knows that this defender has got this player. He knows that
Okay,
these
yeah.
guys have got this guy. Bruno
Okay.
stopped running. He literally started walking.
Right? Yeah. So what I'm
He
trying to say
started
is
walking.
right, and I'm looking. Do you look?
And I'm
do you
saying
see
all
this
you had to do, look at see, look, Doku is going to the byline here and he's going to
Yeah.
cut the ball all the way back. And you could not close down the player. Get shoulder to shoulder with him.
Listen, I'm
Make
trying
it
to
hard for him to make it hard for him to receive the ball.
Right, okay, so
That's all you need to do. And you're the bloody captain. You are the captain of the team.
Right, and I'm trying to say, even if he stays with Foden, there's a decent chance.
Okay, he is, but he
Agreed,
doesn't.
but at least mark him. Show me that you're doing your job. Mark him out.
Doing what happened. So, thank you.
Listen,
I'm glad you brought it up. Jay, answer the question. Jay, wait.
Do your job.
Hold up. 1 second, Dio. Who should be marking him then? Who should pick him
Right,
up?
so okay, so
Pictures
my
right
point
there.
is like so also as well
Why
on
can't
this
I get a
goal.
name,
Hold
Jay?
on.
No,
Also,
can you put it back?
also one thing.
Can you put it
Also
back,
on this
please, Dio?
goal,
Dio,
on this
can you
goal,
put it back, please?
Listen, also on this goal, the
You
ball
said
shouldn't even come in.
verbatim, one of the defenders should have picked him
Bro,
up. Tell me
the
who.
ball shouldn't even get into the box.
Why can I never get a straight answer?
Bro,
Tell
because
me
it's like,
who.
bro, I
sound
remember,
like
yeah.
Who?
Listen, hold on. Let me
who,
explain.
man? Why
One
can't I
sec,
get
bro.
an
Hold
answer?
up, bro.
Right, man.
Bro,
Man, don't
one
want to
sec.
talk
Let me
straight.
just
Cool, man.
explain.
I'm done.
Let me
There's
make
nothing
this
else to
point.
talk. There's nothing else to talk
Let me
about.
make this point.
There's nothing else to talk. There's nothing else to talk about on the J.
No,
Respectfully, there's nothing else to talk about on it because I can never get an answer.
You're not like letting me make my point because I'm
Because
saying
I can never get an answer.
No, because I'm trying to make my point because you're trying to frame me.
I can't get a straight answer, Jay.
Now because you're trying to box me into an answer.
I'm not boxing you into. I'm commenting on something you said, Jay. But go on.
Right.
Go on.
Spurs played Brighton last season, yeah, and we conceded a goal which was somewhat similar. And I remember, I think Welbeck peeled off Romero. My blame in that goal did not go at all towards Romero. It went towards the fact that Bentancur let the ball get into the box for the cross. Yeah. So the fact that Welbeck peeled off Romero or did whatever, that was not my primary issue. And yes, of course, there's a blame there attached. But I blamed, how is Doku getting this ball in the first instance, yeah, past two defenders when you doubled up in the first. So the person who's gone over to double up, yeah, and the ball still comes in, you're out of position. So that to me is where the blame of the goal
He wasn't out of position. This is why I cut you off. Agate wasn't out of position. He was trying to cover for Luke Shaw.
Bro, I'm saying to you, yeah, it's a 2-on-1 on Doku, and Doku still gets the
It
ball.
wasn't 2-on-1.
Jay,
Go
Jay,
watch the
Jay,
goal
Jay,
back.
let's not- Jay,
It
let's not-
wasn't.
this is
Wait,
a different
before you
angle.
go,
Jay,
hold
this
up,
is a
hold up,
different
I'm
hold
telling
up.
you, it's
If
Jay,
we're
this
going
is a
to talk, if
different
we're going
angle.
to talk, hold up,
Jay,
hold up.
Jay.
Wait. Zion,
No.
it wasn't a 2-on-1, Jay.
Bro, okay, look at Doku in that moment.
It wasn't.
Yeah,
It wasn't a
it's-
2-on-1.
as a defender, gone over, right?
It
So look,
wasn't.
so look at this play. Play the ball forward.
No,
What
I'm
are
not.
you
It's not. I'm not doing video because I don't want to get his
Yeah,
channel.
you don't want to get him, but you don't want him to get this down.
Look who's behind Bruno right here. Right
This
here.
guy, man. Oh, this
Right
is
here.
Bruno,
Like
man.
a player runs
Right.
past his shoulder and you don't
Bro,
try
let-
to.
bro,
You
hold
can
on.
realize this. See, there's already four defenders over
Right,
here.
okay, so
Marking
hold on.
this
Look
Jay,
at what
Jay,
you're
hold
doing.
on.
all right,
Jay,
Jay,
hold on.
man. This is why
There's
we
already
can't get
four
an answer, man.
defenders. There's already
Hey,
four
listen,
I can
defenders.
ask
man,
questions that answer
But
straight
if you're
up, man.
looking, if you're looking at that image that you see there,
No, we're gonna do this.
if I'm Bruno, I'm handing Foden off to the centre back that's free.
But he doesn't. There's no communication. I tell you this, he doesn't know Foden's there till Foden scores, Jay.
Fair enough. If you want to critique,
He has
if
no,
you
it's
want
not
to
no
talk
fair
it,
enough. I'll repeat that again. Bruno has no idea that Phil Foden is there until he sees him celebrating.
Okay,
That
who's
is,
the
and you're
centre back?
telling me that's elite defending. Come on,
No,
man.
I'm
That's
not saying it's elite defending. I'm
Come
saying
on.
that you would need elite defending to stop this goal if
I
the centre back
disagree.
doesn't take control.
I don't.
Do you think
I
that's
disagree.
do you
My
think
defender.
this
Okay.
goal happens with Van Dijk? I don't think so.
No. Again, so I'll say it again. I'll put up the still image because I'm not boxing you in. I'm using your words. You said somebody else should have picked him up. Tell me who.
Yes. I'm saying, look there. There's a free
No,
centre
that's
back.
not it. Put it back to the final one.
Bro,
Not that
there's a
one. I'm
free-
talking about
yes,
the final
please.
one. He's not
Okay,
free.
because
He's
that
not free. Put
centre
it back
back-
on the other one. Put
Bro,
it back on the
okay.
other one, please, Dio.
Right,
Put
listen,
it back on
bro.
the other one. Put it back on the other one, please.
I'm gonna
Bro,
try this.
because
Man didn't want to
analyzing
answer. Now
this
it's on
differently
this
to
one.
how
Now
my
you
man
want to
does
answer.
it.
You ain't slick. Put it back on the other one, please. Thank you.
Bro, listen,
gonna try this
Yeah, you ain't slick.
I'm
All of a
looking
sudden,
at
man
this
want to
differently.
answer when it's on this one, but when it's on the
Bro,
other one and you don't have an
because-
answer, man
because
don't want to answer.
The play that develops is
Okay. Let's. I see you like. I know you want to do all this drama, but let's go here. I'm gonna try and do this frame by frame without causing this.
Nah, don't do the frame by frame. Just do it when it drops back to Doku. Because bear in mind, the initial cross gets blocked and then it falls back to Doku, by the way. So it's two attempted crosses. Agate
Alright, so
blocks the
let me
first
do it.
one
Let me
and then
do
it
this.
drops back. I'm talking the second time, not that one, the one you had initially.
The one I
first
had
one you
right
had.
here. This
And
one.
then because Jay said himself
Yeah,
verbatim,
right here.
one of
This
the
one.
defenders, you should pick him up. Please tell me.
I'm saying, yeah, straight away, the defender who's come over, yeah, has been sucked over to that ball. Yeah, he's not trusting your defender to deal with that. The whole team is in the wrong position. Yeah, I'm telling you, the whole team's in the wrong position. The player should have been handed over to the centre back at the time. It wasn't. Yeah, there's not enough
So
communication.
who didn't hand him over?
Bruno didn't hand over. The defender
So is
didn't
that an
stop.
error?
They didn't communicate.
Is
Yeah,
that an
so
error?
I'm gonna say to you, yeah, Bruno has some fault in this goal.
Okay, cool.
But I'm saying to you that this whole defensive structure, how you defended it,
We know we suck. Again, whenever I defended the whole defensive structure, but people see how people who defend Bruno, while you're hearing it live in the flesh, no one said it was
Bruno, bro, you're blaming Bruno for what position was Foden even playing in this game? Were they even
Midfield.
direct competitors?
No, but for this goal, the player ran off his shoulder, dude.
And even if he's not,
I
even
scan
if
and see a
he's
player
not
move,
direct competitors.
and I see
Wait,
them
hold on.
defenders
Hey,
already
Lewis,
defending.
wait. Lewis, who equalized for you lot against Brentford? Who was the player? What was his name?
Palmer.
No. Who scored the Brentford equalizer that ran off Garnacho?
Fabio Carvalho.
Were Carvalho and
Proper
Garnacho
red.
direct competitors? Were they direct? No. What are we talking
prick.
about here, man? Man, come up with every excuse under the sun, man, for this guy. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Bro,
Is he always at?
it's not
And
every
nowhere, and let me
excuse.
just clarify something. Nowhere did I say he's 100% at fault. Nowhere did I say. Let's clarify that. Nowhere did I say he was 100% at fault. He's not.
That's it.
Nowhere
Then.
did I
If
say-
it wasn't 100%
nowhere-
at fault, that's fine.
No, and I didn't say that. No one said that. Them words
I
never
think he
left my
said
mouth. I never said he was 100%
I
at
think
fault.
he said that.
I never said, yeah, because of how it sounds to you, because you're a Bruno defender, because you like him.
I'm a Bruno fan.
I've
I
had this
can
debate many a
understand
time.
when he's got a degree of blame, but when you say it's
Yeah.
all his fault,
I never
I'm
said it
like,
was
no.
all his fault. I never said that, Jay.
Well, it wasn't all his fault. So we're on the
I
same
never
side.
said it was all
Jay,
his fault.
he never said it
Why
was
are
all
we
his fault.
arguing? Why are we
He did,
arguing
he
a
did,
point?
he
I
did.
never
Jay,
said
Jay.
Wait.
Let's
I said
bring this back.
Before you go,
Let's
Hassan,
bring this
no,
back.
Bruno was at fault doesn't mean he's 100% at fault. What are we
Well,
talking about?
that's your semantics.
No, it's not
Why
semantic.
would-
How
why-
come
why
you're the
would- if
only
you
one
say-
that took it that
if
way?
you say such
How
and
come you're
such
the
is at
only one that
fault,
took it that way?
I took it that way, and then you
How
said
come
to
you're
me,
the only
explain
one?
to me how it wasn't at
How
fault.
come you're the only one that took it that way? No one else
Well,
says
listen,
it.
I'm the only one who's searching for the truth. We saw it with TK. We've seen it with Bruno. I
Yeah, you
am
reaching
trying
with
to
this.
uncover the truth.
You like Dals?
Whether
Hey,
difficult
Jay,
it might be.
Dalsim your favorite character to choose on Street Fighter, definitely, isn't it?
Why? Because he's a reacher. You're a
Yeah,
reacher.
because he's a reacher, man.
Yeah,
You
okay.
Surf, friggin' Dalsim rolled into one. What are we talking about here? I said he was at fault. Nowhere did I say he was 100% at fault. What are we talking about? Man say, oh, who should have dropped him off the defender? But the point is I'm making is
Don't worry about
multiple mistakes from this guy.
Okay.
And I don't blame it all on him, no. I don't think it's very rare that a goal is 100% solely one man's fault. But is he part to blame? Yes. Same way missing penalties, that's 100% on you. Don't blame the ref and all this other crap. Let's not do that either. The same way your bad pass to Euro for the Arsenal game when we conceded the corner after your bad touch. So that's two mistakes in one right there. Was it solely on him? No, because Brighton there should have done better for the corner. Like, without question. What we do, I can't believe I have to explain these things. Like, what are we talking about? How about he just performs better? How about that? He's world class, he's this and performs so then. Because that all you've done is cost us points this season. That's all you've done.
Okay.
What are you talking about, man?
I hear you guys. Anyway, listen.
Go on.
On that note, big up to Z who says Bruno never turns up in the big games. The bum. He's definitely not a big game player. I don't
Uncomfortable
think anyone would
conversations,
disagree
man.
with that.
I say he's the only captain in Manchester United in modern day history that's been accused of ducking games and getting booked on purpose. Just saying. Whether he got booked on purpose
I
or
remember
not,
the
whole
one that
different
you're talking about.
conversation. I'm just
Pre-Anfield.
saying the fact it was a question mark tells you all you need to know. But hey,
Pre-Anfield, I know the one you're talking about as well.
yeah, it was twice. It was Anfield and somewhere
Anyway,
else
guys.
as well. But hey, we move.
Can wrap up the stream here. This was very fun. I had a lot of fun doing this stream. You get me?
So,
I
so you
appreciate
guys-
and love every single one of you guys.
You just brought me here to not say nothing about how I am catching up to you and how. Okay, I see how this works. I see how this
Talk
works.
about it now, man. Talk
I see
about
how
it.
this works.
Dio, we've been here for 2 hours, bro.
Whose fault is that? You didn't moderate your guys when they were arguing about Bruno. You allowed
Yeah,
that-
so I tried to bring it back like
You-
3
you- you
times,
let-
bro.
You didn't moderate when Jay was giving a Jspiracy about Nketiah. You spent-
Dio, we appreciate your ball
you
knowledge
spent- listen, you
way
spent
beyond the
time-
Arsenal.
Wait, stop. No, you spent time doing research on
Dio, I'm
Nketiah's
fucking
video.
tired.
You spent more time doing research on Ekitike's video.
Dio, let me
to
tell you something,
prove your
brother.
point,
Let me
but
tell you
not to
something,
speak
brother.
about my club. I see how this is going.
Dio, let me tell you
bring
something,
our
brother.
conspiracy
Let
up.
me tell you
You
something.
just
Let me
don't
tell you-
want to. You don't want to.
Your
shave
ball
PK.
knowledge
I
is
saw your
appreciated
watch.
way
I
beyond
saw your
Arsenal
watch
alone.
along. I saw your watch along, and I know that you were so the way you went mute when the first goal went in. They scored. They scored. And then you kept on tilting your head to the left. They've scored. I said, "Oh, Hossam is in pain. Pain. The pain. You could see it in his eyes." The second goal went in. The second goal went in, and that was it. I was like, I came back to you. I came back to your full screen. I put you full screen here on my massive screen. I said, I gotta see this. The pain in your eyes. In your mind when they scored. I remember what you said now. Walter made. Walter made that scored. Yeah. Come on, Newcastle. You're happy, Abby? Were you not happy? You are very happy. You are jubilating. Then we dunked on their head finally. All that we don't have, the mentality. We don't have the metal. Let me hear it now. I want you to say it. Say it.
Say it now.
I want you to open your mouth and say it.
Well, champ.
That we don't have the metal. Because you were there when you're doing the watch along. I watched you. I saw everything that you did. In fact, you know what? I'm going to go and download that watch along, the clips. I'm going to make my own meme gifs out of the. You went from smiling to the equalizer from Marino, and you're like this. They've scored. They have scored. And everything just went quiet. Like a graveyard. I was waiting for you to talk today. I was waiting for you to say something. And that Jay that is hiding his face. You struggle to draw 1-1. You want to be talking about Bruno for Manchester United. With all the noise that you're making, you struggled against Wolves. The least team in the Premier League right now, number 20. You thought Rottenham, because your name, Rottenham. I don't know how to even address your club. But both of you, I was waiting to hear your mouth today. I was waiting to hear what you wanted to say. Because if we had lost that game 1-0, I know how long we would have spent on Arsenal here today in these early stars. We would have started with Arsenal and would have been on Arsenal for the last hour and a half. But the fact that I win, Now let's talk about Arsenal. Nobody wants to say diddly squat.
Now you lot played very well. I'll say that now. I'll give
Yeah.
you credit. You lot
Yeah.
played very, very well. You lot
Everybody
were-
wants to
you
sit
lot
down and come and
deservedly
tell
won.
me stories that touch the heart.
If Nick Jog
And I
doesn't
don't
kick
need,
the
I
ball
don't,
out
I
like
don't need,
that
your,
for
I
no
don't need your
reason, they don't
accolades.
get
I
their
just need,
second. They
I
get
just need, I
goalie.
just need the consistency. I don't need your accolades. If you are going to consistently diss a team when they play badly and when they lose, when they play well, do the
Yeah.
exact
Nah,
opposite.
that's why I want to give you
That's
your
all I'm
props.
asking. Everything
that's
else
what I wanna
you
give-
can do.
Yeah. I want to give
Thank
you
you
your
very
props.
much. Thank you very much. You can take me off full screen. Otherwise, if you don't want to take me
Yeah,
off
I want to give Arsenal some props as well, quickly.
They played well, very well.
I can give you a.
Hey Jay, what's your thoughts on the Arsenal performance? On
Hey, I
Newcastle?
want to give Arsenal prop too.
Honestly,
I don't
Arsenal
need it,
played very
otherwise-
well. They played the game well. They look good. At the beginning of the season, when I said Arsenal were probably technically my favorites, the people made a lot of comments, but squad was good. They didn't cry about the penalty. Well, they did cry about the penalty. They still
They
cry.
definitely cried about the
Well, they definitely cried about the penalty. But they got the game. They won. They won. We could talk about set pieces and the fact that that's how they got the goals. But I'm going to focus on the positives. They played well. They went to they played a tough 6 games. 2 points off top. Credit to them. Very little negative you can say about the performance.
3 goals were scored yesterday. 3 goals were scored. All 3 goals were all set pieces. So we can say the same for Newcastle as well. They couldn't break us down and they had to score from a set piece, which is fair enough. Like, hey, it is what it is.
Newcastle.
It was a set piece. It was a corner and then a corner to Tonali and then Tonali crossed the ball in. It was a short corner.
Well, I still classify that as a set piece. Obviously, maybe other people would.
Okay, so then why would you classify the cross from Odegaard to Declan Rice, which then goes to Marino as a set piece? So no, hold on. There's 3 passages of play from Odegaard to Declan Rice into Marino. There's 2 passages of play from Newcastle player to Tonali who crosses the ball in. You don't classify that one as a set piece, but you want to classify the Arsenal one as a set piece.
I didn't talk about the Newcastle goal.
This is the
I didn't talk about the Newcastle goal. Was the Newcastle goal? Did I say the Newcastle goal wasn't a set piece?
You said you wouldn't classify it as.
I didn't say that. I didn't talk about the Newcastle goal.
I can pull up the stream right here.
The Newcastle goal was a set piece.
The
Newcastle goal was a set piece. I didn't talk about the Newcastle goal.
When
Okay, guys.
Your prayers are still fat, by the way.
Flawless, why are you trying to extend the stream? Can I understand? You have ulterior
because I got questions, man. Like, we ask the people if they don't want to hear more of this, are they not thoroughly
Okay,
entertained?
go ahead then. Fine. You guys want to stay? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we know that you're rich and you don't need it, but I do
let's go. You want to do this in Arsenal bullshit? Go for it. Yeah.
We know that, Hassam, that you're rich and time is your.
Oh, here we go. I'm rich again. I'm rich.
You are rich. I need all the exposure I need on this channel so I can get to your level.
Yeah,
the point that I'm making is, when does it stop being from a set? If a corner goes short, is that technically from a set piece?
I still classify that as a set piece.
Okay, so let me ask you, Jay. I even being an asshole here, genuinely. How many passes till it's not?
To me,
to you, I'm asking.
Until the opposition touch the ball, it's a set piece.
All right. So hypothetically, then let's say it's a short corner. They make 3-4 passes. Go all the way back like 25, 30 yards from goal, then cross it in and score, and it's been 5 passes. Is that a set piece goal?
Due to my strict liability definition, if the opposition doesn't touch the ball, before that ball goes in the net, it's still a set piece.
Look. The amount of shit that I smell right now. The amount of shit that you just said. Like, this place is you know what? Oh my God.
It's like a direct free kick.
I've run out of compressed air. I need compressed air to
Bro, listen, at the end of the day, you want to say it's not a set piece. It's not open. It's not really open.
That's not what I said. No, I'm not saying. I'm saying yes.
What is it then, boy? It's not Narnia. It doesn't exist in our imagination.
No, technically it is open play.
Like, it is technically open play, but if you want to say that that's an open play goal and be like Arsenal is scoring plenty of open play goals, cool.
No, not plenty.
Nobody has used the words Arsenal has scored plenty of open play goals. Nobody has said. I even said, listen, Flawless. I even said 3 goals were scored yesterday, and those 3 goals all came from set pieces. I said all 3 goals. I said including Newcastle. No, hold on. And then when I said Newcastle goal, I'm not crying about anything. It is
sensitive. I praise Arsenal so much.
It is the undertone of your. It is the undertone of your. Is the undertone and the condescending. the condescending
okay.
the
And that was
condescending
from
way
5 minutes
he
on
tried
it,
to speak
because I
about-
didn't classify Newcastle's goal as a set piece in real time, even though I think it's a set piece. I wasn't even being disingenuous. I think it's a set piece too.
That's why I was genuinely asking. Like, all right, so then say a corner gets whipped in, goes back stick, he gets headed out by a teammate to, I don't know, towards the edge of the area, a man score from 25, 30 yards. Is that a set piece goal?
It's still a set piece, bro. Like,
Okay, now I'm not disputing what you're saying. I'm just asking Jay, like in regards to it.
Yeah,
because to
like,
me, when does open play become open play?
Obviously, to me, open play, like you have to draw a bit of a line there.
Yeah.
In terms of like, and it's like it's up to the person that's interpreting it. So to me, a lot of what you're saying is a set piece. But if the ball gets cleared, you know, like there's defending, it slows down. There's 20 seconds. You know, I'd be like, it started from a set piece, but the passage has progressed to a point where I'm not classifying it. If it's if you're scoring within 5 seconds of taking a corner, that's a set piece to me. Do you know what I mean? It might not be in the strict liability of that is open play as soon as you pass the ball, but is it really open play? Not. No,
I get that. I get that. Sam's back from counting his money, but go on as you were. I was saying.
You want to bet that you have more money than me? I'll make any bet with you right now.
What bet? I can't. See, you can make that bet. I can't.
I'll make any bet with you right now that your bank account has more money than I do.
I can't, yo. I can't make that bet, yo.
See,
how many members of Sarcasm City TV, mister? Tell the world. How many?
I'm not sure, you know. I'll have to go check. Shout out all the
members.
Oh,
you're not. So you can check it in new tab.
You got more.
Why you acting like
But don't do that. You know what I'm saying? How many subscribers you got on here?
Subscribers, 60K, alhamdulillah.
Okay, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to the 60K.
I don't have memberships though.
Now you don't. You know what I'm saying? I have to. You know what I'm saying? We gotta generate other ways of revenue. That's how rich you are. You don't even have to do membership. I'm sure right now, if I go to the comment section and ask the chat, hey, would you lot like Hassam to bring some perks and bring a membership? They'll all say, yeah. Hey, chat, I ask you lot now, would you like to see Hassam create a membership and give some perks to you lot? And
they'll all say no. Watch.
They'll say, yeah, guaranteed they'll say, yeah.
I promise you they'll all say no.
They'll say, yeah, man. Hey, chat, you lot would like that.
Big up, JR.
Hey, big up, man, every single time. I appreciate everyone supporting. But yeah, I have to have membership. You know what I'm saying?
Click on the yeses too. There's yeses in there. There's yeses. Some people
yeses.
Dayo, you're an honest man. Is there more yeses or more no's?
No, right now, let me count. I see 1 yes, 2 yes. No. Yes. Even numbers. You got yes, we want it for audio. You got three yeses, 3 no's from my end. Now there's more no's coming. Assad just put the no in there.
All right, put it this way: if Sam created a membership right here, he'd have people join 100%. What are we talking about? Exactly.
Anyway,
guys, yeah.
I know it's been painful for you to talk about the outcome of that game, Hossam. That's why you didn't want to do it. But I appreciate you for having me here. I'm going to be here all year. I'm not going nowhere.
Dayo, the thing that I want to explain to you before you rudely interrupted me is we value your ball knowledge beyond Arsenal only. You get me? Like I can speak with Dayo for a whole 2 hours without speaking about his club. That's a compliment to you. You know, we don't need to talk about Arsenal to have Dayo here. We can have Dayo here without talking about Arsenal, and he will still cook.
But again, all I asked for was consistency, because when Arsenal does lose, you call me here and we cook my team. And
okay, you want great. You want consistency? Did we speak about Liverpool every single week on A-listers? No, we didn't.
No, but my point again, Hossam, what I'm saying is
some wins we skipped past. We do speak, to be honest with you, 90% of the time, and Lewis will tell you this because he's been doing this the longest out of like any of you guys on the panel. On A-listers, 90% of the time, we literally talk about the teams that lose first, and then we get to the winners after if we have time.
No, I get it. I totally, I know you do
that.
The
problem is this week, Chelsea lost, Liverpool lost, Spurs drew, United lost, 4 out of the 6 all like lost or drew. So that's why we didn't have time.
That's not my fault though, because when I drew,
I never said it. I value your ball knowledge.
I know, I agree, I appreciate that. When I drew with Manchester City, I knew how many people were waiting to come and cook me. I was waiting for it, even though City did exactly what we did when we had 10 men and they called us bombs for doing it.
Hey, Dayo, let me ask you a question. You think if Newcastle
redirect you guys over to Sarcasm City TV?
Dayo, if Newcastle would have beat you, like, don't you reckon? Where do you think you would have been in the hierarchy? You know, the list.
It would have been the first thing on the agenda. It would have been the first thing on the agenda, and you would have been talking about.
Guess what, Flawless? In reverse, if Liverpool beat Palace, we wouldn't have spoken about Liverpool.
But
You
at the
probably
same
have a
time,
longer section on whoever else lost.
fair enough. All right, fair enough.
Anyway, regardless, like the video on your way out, guys. Subscribe to the channel. This stream is gonna take you over to Sarcasm City TV, call-in show, talk your
Yeah.
ish. You get me? I'm sure you're gonna see Sai over there as well. You're gonna see a lot of the regulars as well who call in.
Jay is starting a new show every Saturday night now. Jayspiracy. Just go to check it out. Jayspiracy will be talking about all kinds of,
If you ever start a YouTube channel and you don't name it Jayspiracy, it's an L. You have to name it Jayspiracy.
That's you know what? I'll give Dale that. That is reasonably humorous for Dale. That was
Banter on the pitches in the description. Gabriel was in the description.
My man.
Peace out, guys. Peace out.
Hey,
The fucking Blues.
no problem.